Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. I'm glad you're here and ready for some stitching. Oh, whew, I'm sweating, sorry. I hope that looks okay. I can hardly see it. So let me double check this. Okay, that's already there. Maybe up a little more. It's kind of hard to see because it's like over my head. But I think that looks okay. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It'll probably take a few seconds for that to pop back in where it needs to be. Maybe zoom in a little more. Yeah, maybe I'll zoom in a little more. Let's try that. Let's see. It's really hard to do this beforehand because there's like a bunch of things right over the, what do you call it? Right over the screen. So you can get a lot of it in there, but it's really hard to tell until all that is moved. So I can't actually do it until it's really set up. So how is everyone this morning? And Dragon Lady said I'm not late, here early, stitching on Howl's Moving Castle. Excellent choice. And I see that it's not crooked, it's crooked. I think I just put it the other way. Britt says, hello everyone. And Melin is joining from work. And I said a bunch of stuff. Discord link is pinned in the comments. And Nikki says hi. And everyone says hi. Wow, the video quality looks really good today. Oh, good. Well, I've been tweaking the lighting. And this fabric is like a light blue, mottled blue. And so it really does show up better. And I prepped a little bit of extra threads to start with, and then I moved my cart too far over, but I got it. So I decided not to have the mock-up up, but I will show it so you guys can see it, if I can actually see where it's at. Is that it? Yep, there it is. So this is what I'm working on today. And I guess my magnifier is still in the way. Let me fiddle around with that a little bit. Oh man, I'm going to turn my fan on, so it might do a little whirring sound for a little bit. It's raining, and you know, it's not like -1 or something. So my apartment gets super steamy when it rains, and I'm like, I'm dying, and it's not even that warm. I'm really silly. And I'm going to remove that now, if you guys saw that. This is from Etsy. It is, oh, I just moved that. Okay, that might be good. It is a pattern by Cross Stitch Tower on Etsy. And OMG, these patterns are beautiful. Oh yeah, that fan helped. So hopefully it's not too disturbing, the noise. I'm like trying to get the magnifier right. Okay, I'll scooch down a little bit. There we go. So, and I've been doing a little bit of thinking, and I think we'll talk about that a little bit later when more people start coming in. But so when I worked on this last, that was the first time that I had done Chris's method. And I had done it 3 blocks tall. But now that I've been doing this more, I realize that for me that's too much decision. So we will do it a little differently. Let's see, this needs to go, I'm like trying to think of my mathematics here. Well, not mathematics, but visual. The camera is like really crooked, so I'm like, wait, okay, let's see if we can fix this. I mean, it looks good, but yeah. You're gonna try not to nap today. Well, I'll keep you laughing, I hope. I hope so. You know, and I think last night I fell asleep listening to Yogi and woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning sleeping in my chair. So it is what it is. And see, I just made that worse. I cannot tell my right from left sometimes. That needs to go this way. Ah, there we go. Maybe. I don't think it, I'm kind of wondering if it's not straight. Oh yeah, I need to do a little bit of marking. And I'm not going to worry about the cross. We're gonna see how that goes. But let's see. Oh, wait, is that right? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, okay, I see. I'm like, wait a minute, is that right? Yeah, it's right. It's just me being a little bit of a can't see. So I kind of like the diagonal line. And on this, I'm using my water-soluble pen, so I figure, I'll do that. But I'm not going to worry about the cross, at least for now. If I feel like I can't count, I'll stick it in there. But for now, I think we'll try without it. This pen is kind of drying up, so it's a bit faint. But I don't really need a whole bunch, just that I get really confused. I'm still getting used to diagonals, so I've been getting confused. Because, you know, you look for the line, for the edge, and you realize you're actually in the, you know, between two boxes, and that might not, you know, be super great. And I still don't have that quite right, I guess. Oh, it looks better. Maybe oh yeah, you guys can't even see that. That's funny. I can see it, so we'll go with that. It's like super crooked. It's a little crooked in the hoop too, but yeah. So we will, and this one I'm gonna do min to max because there is a lot of block stitching. So I feel like it's better to do those smaller amounts first and then do the block stitching over the top of it. So there's like a bunch of block stitching and then 3 colors of the other ones. Okay, I can turn that off now because it's like hitting me in the face and making my face all breezy. Okay, so, and I did, because on this chart, these colors that are blended are like all over the place on my cart. So I did do the ones for these colors. This is not working, so I'm going to change that. But anyway, this is the colors that I need for this diagonal of 3. So, and that's just for the blended colors because, you know, and actually it was a good thing I did that because I actually needed to top up a couple of those colors. So I had to pull my, my cart out and stuff. It's under my desk that has the laptop on it, but also the legs of the desk are in the way of opening the drawer. So it's just a little bit silly. So today I watched 3 floss tube episodes. So I got a lot of floss tube in this morning. I watched 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐓𝐇, and I watched Crafty Gimme Jamie. I think that's her name, right? Crafty Gimme Jamie, or is it Gimme Crafty? Yeah, no, it's, yeah. And I watched Stitch List with Jackie. So those were really fun. And I wasn't, luckily, oh yeah, needles. I wasn't enabled. Let's just put it that way. So that's good. I mean, I could be enabled, but it's still like really crooked. What is up with that? Let me, I'm like, I don't like how that looks. I mean, you guys probably don't care, but I'm like, nah, it's got to be right. So I don't know. It just feels like everything is off. Maybe, I don't know. We'll get it. I'll get it. It usually is like this. It's the whole thing of how I have my setup, that everything is all, moved every time I use it. And so getting it back to where it was perfect last time is very difficult. And I could maybe move that up. Let me see how it looks, because my magnifier is in the way. And I want you guys to see, but I also need to see. So that might work. I heard someone down the road. So yeah, it is really windy and really raining. What was that? Oh, it was my arm. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I do? Oh, why does it look so funky? Is that better? You know what I miss? I have grid lines on when I use my camera, and on what do you call it? Prism Studios doesn't have that, and so I'm like I'm used to that, and it's kind of hard to get it to work right. So I was more careful about how I put the floss in the little floss packet. So I think that it will be better. Well, this is one of the ones from the first set I did. So we'll see how that goes as well. Sometimes my floss is not the same length, so I probably cut some off. Yeah, so I'm still kind of like, not really sure about this floss system for me. I don't know. I think it's like 50, between two patterns, I have 50 different colors that are parts of blends. So I might be able to do like a binder or something. See, that still looks funny. Let's see, I have to go down. Well, I'll try that. I think that goes down. Okay, so what are you guys working on? And Laura says, I was watching this Russian floss tuber called Red's Stitchery. The amount of kitted Novokarvets and Mirabilia was insane. Oh man. Well, that's like Stuart and Stitches. I love his YouTube. And I mean, he's like so gentle, but so funny. And he's got tons of fancy ladies all kitted up. It's kind of amazing. I'm like, yeah, but paper charts, nope, not happening. But we have that covered, right? So, and because these are blended, oh man, I'm super just feel wet, sweaty. I am going to use because I'm not waxing the whole thing, I'm going to use my little water thingy to just smooth it out. I have the ends waxed, and I decided that I'm going to try this instead. I know, oh, I didn't get that through oh, I cut that, but it's not the same length. Okay, let's go that way. Okay. When I was watching Blue Sue, she talked about, just going over the colors, and she also pins, she pricks the Ada or 𝐼𝐸𝐷. And hey, KV, and hi, Allison, welcome in. Yeah, it's not as exciting as stitching. But what she did is she goes 5 stitches from where she's starting. And so I'm going to start, my stitch is going to start here. So I'm just going to like go here. And then, so I went through this part, but I think I'm going to go through the middle. I think it'll hold better. And this is how I always started my stuff on 14 count before. Instead of doing the pin stitch, I'm going to try this because, you know, this is 14 count. It doesn't really need to be anything special, I don't think. The stitches are big enough that I can do it this way. And I'm going to do the 2 stitches and park it. So, KB, did you see that this is Howl's Moving Castle? I love this pattern. Oh, it's so awesome. And then I also am going to do that. I'm going to continue with that half cross parking. So we'll see how that goes. And there was only 2 stitches on that one, but that's good. And this one's already parked. So I will, because it's been sitting there, I'm going to, hello Janine, welcome in. I heard, you know what, I don't know why I keep saying that, but I heard some, a true crime YouTuber do that, and it's just stuck in my head, welcome in. so yeah, I think it kind of works, maybe. I could say, Tjenare, that means, hey everyone, kind of in a slangy Swedish sort of way, but my Swedish teacher said, women don't talk like that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Ooh, Britt's working on 6 portals. And oh, it's also a holiday for you too. It's Ascension Day. So this very atheist country is having a holiday today. You know, weird, but sure, why not? So my kid is off school, but he's at his dad's house, so not my problem today. He's also off tomorrow because they're having a klemdag, which is the squeeze day. So that means that people they're going to take day off because the holiday's on Thursday, and they will just take off Friday anyway. So so school is off. And oh, I just remembered that. So he's going to be home earlier, maybe. I just realized I don't really think this looks super good. Maybe I need to zoom in more. What do you think? I just looked at my screen and I was like, ew, that looks really like trash. Okay. And oh, I worked a little bit on sleeping kittens this morning because I didn't really do that much last night, and I felt like I was missing some, and so I worked on it a little bit more this morning before I got stuff going. I'm still kind of, I'm kind of having a, like, you know, I best laid plans, right, of mice and men. I'm like, so my plans are 500 a day on my full coverage and 100 a day on my non-full coverage. And neither of those are happening. So there's that needs to be sorted out. It doesn't bother me. So don't get me wrong. This is not something that I need to like stress over or anything, but I might have to readjust my wheel. I've been doing 2 wheel spins, one non-full coverage and one full coverage. But I might, when I do the wheel spins, I might not do the non-full coverage. Maybe, I don't know. And then just spin 2 of the full coverage and then let you guys choose which one. I was like, wait, okay, no, I did right. I was like, wait a minute, that looks wrong. Anyway, and then just, I may just do in the morning, do that 100 stitches. I don't know. I'm not sure. But like this one is on the non-full coverage wheel, and it really needs to go on the full coverage wheel. So I think that I'm gonna do some rearranging. So I get a little bit more done. And I was thinking about Saturday. Yogi's doing her marathon, but I don't think she's starting it until 5 o'clock her time, which is like 6 o'clock my time. So maybe if Alex is not, having a tizzy fit over nothing, I might be able to do one for a little bit. I'll stop, maybe I'll start earlier and stop earlier, and either that or I will just skip it. So we'll see. No big deal. Okay, so here, I'm going to do these stitches because there's only a couple left and they're all in a row, and I don't want to mess with that. So so that something to think about, consider. And I'm not going anywhere, so I'm flexible. Except tomorrow, I do have laundry in the afternoon, because I have no smalls left. Well, I do, but they're the uncomfortable ones, So I was like, instead of doing it Saturday or Sunday, I'll do it tomorrow and get it over with. And the laundry time is from 12 to 5. So during that, during the live stream, I will take a short little intermission and go and grab the laundry at 5 o'clock or before 5. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I thought so. I thought it was earlier. Okay. Laura says, didn't she say around 1? Yeah. As I said, I fell asleep yesterday. But I'm really looking forward to it because, the one thing that hasn't come up on the wheel in a while is Thumbelina. And I'm thinking I'm going to work on that the whole time. I really love that piece and I haven't worked on it enough. So, okay. So yeah, I won't stream then, because she's streaming and it's just too much. Yeah. Yeah. And we all want to be in Yogi's stream because, we want to see that marathon. I was so tempted again by Stitch So Beautiful, but I already have 3. And so I said, no, you have 3, Suzanne. You're okay. Like I say to Alex, I always tell him that when he's upset, I always say, Alex, you're okay. I just told myself, you're okay. But yeah, I have a piece of fabric that would fit too. I'm like, but Thumbelina really wants to be stitched. I let the stitch go, and instead of turning it over, I have one of these needle threaders or whatever. The only time I use it is when I want to pull an end up from the back, or I'm playing thread chicken and, oh, there it goes. There we go. I'm playing thread chicken and I'll use that instead of a needle. Because, yeah. Okay, so this was 157. Of course, I moved my cart to the other side, like I always do. So 157. Here it is. I topped it up because it was getting kind of empty. Can you guys see okay? See, I'm still not happy with that. Oh, shoot. Let's zoom out a little bit more. The saga window is like right in the way. And I want you guys to see, but I do like the saga window open. I don't know how well it is to be seen. And let's see. I think Marlon says, once I get more hoops, I'll also put my projects on wheel spinner to add some variety. I change my hoop every day. I don't, that doesn't bother me. This needs to go that way, right? Am I doing it the right way? I'm just going to take it down for a second so I can actually, it's not leveled and it's bugging me so badly. Okay. Like so. Okay, let's try that. Oh, and then I found that, yeah, see, why does it still look that way? Is it just crooked? Oh, I know why. It's crooked in my hoop. My stand is crooked. I'm like, I keep changing it up there and it's like not, okay, we're good now, I think. Okay, I'm sorry about the wiggling around. I just change my hoop every day. It doesn't bother me. Jane says I need more hoops too. I do like them on hoops when changing projects, but sometimes I just have to change them. Yeah, and I think that's part of it. You just have to, I don't know, I don't mind it. So today I made a coffee, but I made a smaller one because I talk so much I don't get it drunk. So I have a little latte today. I moved the light just a little bit. It felt like it was washing it out. So let me know how that looks. Am I too zoomed in? It's really hard for me to tell. I'm sorry. I might be stressing a little bit over it. There's that. So I was looking at those frames. So I did troll through, or I should say trawl through AliExpress for those stands. But the shipping was just crazy. So, and they weren't that big. I think they were the smaller sizes. And so I was thinking, well, I don't really like that idea. So I thought, well, I'll check on James Stitch again. And I had missed that they had that same frame in all those different sizes. And I was like, oh, not that I can afford it, obviously, mind. But I was like, interesting. So they have the smaller ones that are like the max is 50 centimeters that's in with the regular accessories. And then they have in the oversized, they have the same frame, but bigger. So, and the price was the same no matter what length you got, which I thought was a bit odd. Maybe I read it wrong. And then the newer type, and I don't think those are Painted Fairy. I thought they were Painted Fairy before, but I don't think they are. They're a little more expensive, but I think they're the second generation. So I don't know. I don't know if it will work with my stand, so I'm reluctant to try. And so it works out to being like $95. So that's not that bad. You know, and I just checked like a 1 meter one. Melon says, I keep my bigger projects on scroll frames, but smaller ones I switch out with Q-snaps. And Nikki, I did a thing. I got influenced by Tracy. Uh-oh, what did you do? Also, I was looking at the Stitches So Beautiful patterns. Did their prices go up? Because it's like in crowns, it's 225 crowns, which is like I want to say it's like $22. I don't know. I don't know the exchange rate right this moment. It changes, obviously, it's an exchange rate. I know that the pound, you know, like the pound is pretty strong, but it usually is. So here I am going to, this one, I go 3 past there. Oh, this blue is so pretty. Actually, I forgot to do a sprint. Let's just, I only did 25 stitches. I'm not gonna do a goal just because there's no, I don't really have a goal for this. And we're on May 14th. May 14th. Okay. All right, so that one's done. Don't have to worry about that. Minus 25 stitches because I forgot. Sometimes I do them, sometimes I don't worry. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is so nice to stitch on this big old fabric. I'm going to clip this off real quick. I bought the table clamp and the frame. Ooh. Nikki says, ooh, you got to share when you get it. Did you get the desk stand? And Nikki says it was a good deal. Yes, the desk stand. I'll update you guys on Discord when I get it. Ooh, nice. Yes, I saw that there was only 12 left, so I got a bit trigger happy. Yay, I need to get one for my almanac scrolls. I'm like, cool. They did not have them on my Amazon, so there was, you know, yeah. I didn't check Germany. I probably should do that. Yeah, I'll check Germany or the Netherlands Amazon. I don't have to pay. Sometimes I have to pay shipping. Like I have Amazon Prime, so I don't pay for shipping here in Sweden for the Swedish one. But for Germany, I think I had to pay shipping. So I'll have to look at it and see. I don't know. I just don't know if it would work for me because, like I said, I'm tall and I'm sitting on. I'm sitting in my Bella. Can't talk. My wingback chair. Right, you know, it'll come out. It'll come out eventually. Like, what the heck am I talking about? So I finished that little mini triangle. So I want to cut this off. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to check the colors real quick. Oh, okay, yeah, it's fine. I'm just going to pin it down here and be done. Oops. I love when that happens. You go and you go to pin stitch and you miss it a little bit and it just goes right back through. You know. So, and this little bit can go back on the floss ring. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, because I have my stand. My stand has the little adapter, so I could do it. But I also, you know, I don't want to do it and then find out it doesn't work. Christina has it, but I had a really big scroll frame that I got from, I think I got it from Temu. And it was really nice, huge. And I did try to use it in my stand and it was too big. So that is a problem that I can see happening, kind of thing. Okay, so min to max again. Oh, there's not, and this is kind of nice. There's not that many colors, so it's kind of casual. And Nikki says, I love seeing people's stitchy spots. And mine is my living room. Just, you know, it's flexible, my stitching spot, which is nice. So when I'm not stitching, I just move the stuff. I have a little spot next to my bookcases where my carts go. I move my magnifier. It's on a table right next to me. I just fold it up, put the cover on it because covers are important on magnifying glasses. And I put the cover on it, and then I fold it up out of the way. It's still always in the way because it's just in the way. So I don't need this color anymore. I should have thought that one through. It's okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that half cross finish, pin stitch or whatever. I'm gonna try that. Did I do that right? Yeah, I guess I did. Oh, wrong way. So, but like I usually say to people, my whole apartment is my art studio. You know, I don't have anybody else to tell me that I have too much stuff. And you know, as much as it's kind of difficult being alone, I don't have to worry about another person telling me that I have too much stuff or, you know, making me clean up my stuff. I mean, yeah, I should clean my stuff up, obviously, but I don't need someone else telling me that I have too much stuff. And I like that. So, yeah. I mean, think about it this way. Which man, if you were with somebody, would let you have a loom in your kitchen? I mean, come on. Nobody would, right? Oh, yeah, Allison. You were the one that had the burn on the brand new couch. Oh, see, I'm pretty careful. I try to, even if it's not sunny, I try to be consistent about putting the cover on my magnifier. Even if I'm just getting up to go in the other room for a few seconds, I do it. Because even, you know, the chances of the sun coming in where I am, when, you know, it's kind of, let's see. Janine says, I've tried that. It doesn't work. And hello, Fred. Welcome in. Or Shanare. Or Sha. I don't know. And Laughing and covers are extremely important. My brand new couch has a lovely burn line across it. Janine, it definitely doesn't work. LOL. I've went on a pattern shopping spree every time someone mentions a pattern or website. Yep. KB says mine would, and Fred says my kitchen is my kitchen. And Melon says my fiance is a mechanic, so he can't complain about my crafting stuff. Says he's car parts everywhere. Oh wow, I guess this is why the relationship works. And the other spouses, fake spouses, are exclamating to each other. They have the shameless, bad horror film watching people, friends. So that color's done. And here's another blend. And I put all I put all these blends together in a little bundle, which kind of just popped right off. So they're kind of scattered again. The system isn't working as well as I would have liked it to, honestly. And that's down to me, you know. Wait, did I not have that color? Oh, there it is. I'm like, that's down to me. Fred says, Rich gets the illusion of choice. KB says, Dave has his office. He's allowed to be as messy as he wants, but it better not spread throughout the rest of the house. The house is mine. Yeah, but I don't know. Dave is so Dave. Like, he just, like you say, he's like a big old bear, you know. I just see him as this, like, meh, whatever, you know, with a Yorkshire accent. I mean, I've known Dave forever too, you know. Melanie says KV. My fiance's name is Dave too, so I got confused. That's funny. Yeah, KB's husband is this big Yorkshire dude. Yeah. So here's the next blend. My cart moved away, so now it's like too far. I'm stretching to reach it. I don't know. I'm still not happy with the way this looks. I might have to mess with it a few seconds more. And this one, I'm not doing that one yet, so we're going to put that up there. Yeah, that's good. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And I could go by what the threads up here are, but you know, I learned my lesson that that's not always a good thing. But oh, and I put it in the wrong spot. Oh, it's fine. And I'm trying that outside of the box, little tiny fluff of it, and see how that goes. Cause I think she's working on like 8, 16 or 14 or 16 count blue Sue. And oh yeah, so I think she works in a circle, or like she works from the outside in. I still don't get that, because then the center will be like, you'll have to hop over the center to get to the next part. So I have to look at that again. So I'm not too sure about that. And oh yeah, you know what? I was gonna do the yellows after the blue. Oh wait, no, that's right. I do want to do the light colors first. I'm like, wait a minute, I was gonna do the blues first. No, it's light colors first, then dark colors. So if like another one comes up, a dark color comes up before I need to stitch the, you know, the light colors, then I will skip over that one and do the light colors if there's more. So let's see. He's 6'6", yeah. Leah says I'm as big as David's. No, you are definitely not. KB says, I call him Bear. I forget his real name sometimes. Yeah. And Leah says, well, wide. No, you're not as wide. Stop that. What's your preference with dealing with blends? What the heck? I just had a Jamaican beef patty with sour cream, and sour cream is the best thing ever invented. Oh, okay. Yeah, sour cream is awesome. But once you have creme fraiche, sour cream is definitely not the best. Creme fraiche is so good. So for blends, I have been, this was a blended color. I've been try to be careful with my tension, which isn't always, you know, I'm not always good at that. So like I'm not really too overly concerned about how they lay, but I am trying to be mindful. Like if it gets, I don't want it to be twisted too much. I don't like my threads to be twisted too much anyway when I'm working on 14 count. This is bugging me. It's gonna piss me off soon. So, you know, like now this has been this has been folded up in the bag, and so I'll take a little bit you know, I'll do a little water, check the ends, make sure the ends are, you know, close enough. If I need to wax them, I'll wax them. And that just makes it straight. So it's nice and neat and even. And then I just stitch. So, did I do that right? Yes. Okay. And also I have these park thread up here, so I'm kind of pulling it up just for a second. Okay. So yeah, and so what I'm doing now with, this is where I was coming up with this, I was using the Cross Stitch Meadow system, how he does his floss management, because I wanted to have 50 centimeters, you know, half a meter of floss. But also a lot of them are on either side of my cart. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't, you know, moving my cart back and forth, back and forth. So I did that, but I'm not really sure I like that too much. I may look for another idea. And hello. And Leah's just talking about food. Shh, shh, shh. No. And Michelle says hi. No, I they were bundled up together, and now they're just like, I just dropped my pen. Oh, that's magnets. So now they're just like this. And then I have them standing up in my cart. It's not optimal. I think it's the plastic bags. They're like plastic. So I don't know. I had thought about doing specific floss drops for them, but I don't know. I'm just not sure yet. I'm gonna double check and make sure I did that right. Yeah, okay. So the other idea was to do it like Stitching Masterpieces has, but it just seems like a lot of work. I'm kind of like, I don't know. But I will say it is convenient to pull the threads out as long as you have the threads straight in these little envelopes. They do come out really nicely, and so you know, it's not a huge deal. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, so we'll see. And I am going to. See, that right there looked kind of, okay, and there's that. And I put my pen, I'm trying to get used to using the stylus because it does kind of help. As long as it actually catches the stitches. I'm just going to look real quick. Sour cream. Okay, just I'll talk in now. Oh no, I don't want to clear that. I'm just clearing that stuff so it's out of my way. So I stopped looking at it. Do that. Okay. Ooh. And I still don't like how the angle is on the on the camera. Oh, hi. Oh, how do you say your name? 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐓𝐇? Welcome in. Let's see. Wow, you used the storage method showed by Chris at Cross Stitch Meadow, right? How did you find this way of keeping your threads? And Michelle says, hi everyone, glad to be here. And we are glad you're here too. I'm glad everyone's here. So I only am doing it for my blended threads. So because I have my own, I have a cart from IKEA that has my floss drops on. So I don't really need it. 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐓𝐇. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐓𝐇. So yeah, welcome. So what I did was I put them standing up in the top part of the cart and they're kind of just falling all over. I did do a little box that I was going to keep them in, but found that the box was just not a good idea. It was just not working. And so I gave up on that pretty quick. I still have the box. It's sitting over here. And I have the rest of the supplies that I have for it in there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I probably need a better box. I didn't think, you know, I wasn't planning on it to be a lot, but it does feel like, I don't know, I'm not really so sure yet. And seriously, did I do that wrong? I did do that wrong. Ah. My lefts and rights were mixed up. We will just go with this. It's yellow, right? Gosh. I am just, can't count, can't tell my right from left. So, it's yellow. Nikki says, was that water with your sponge? Yep, just water. And it is a Wettex sponge. It's a cellulose, it's like a flat dishcloth. I was thinking if I had a piece of it here, I might actually, that I cut up, and they're reusable. So I often, usually, if I remember, when I do laundry, I take it out, put a new one in, and throw it in the wash. And just use it until it's dead. I think I've thrown one away, and it's a diabetic. The container it's about the same size as a film canister. And it's used to hold test strips for glucose monitor. And so let me look here real quick and see. Yeah, okay. These ones have been washed, so you can see what it looks like. It's just a thin piece of cellulose, and I wet it and I roll it up. And you can see I trimmed the edges off so it would look neat. Roll it up, it's wet, it goes in the canister. And I have a bunch of them in here. So I switch it out when I feel like it needs to be washed. But this one's fairly new, so I haven't really done that. Okay, so let's see. The chat went a little fast, so let me look at this real quick. Let's see. I couldn't do Chris's storage. The certain way he cuts the floss, the piece of origami, the plastic bag. Yes, I was concerned they would get out of order. Yeah, the plastic bags are just, that's not helping me. Leah or Fred, Suze. After the stream today, you can send me a list of the moderators you have on here so I can give them right permission on Discord. Okay, yeah. Well, the only ones that are there is Christina, you, and KB right now. Oh, yeah, that's it right now. Janine says, when I do blends, I have them on separate floss cards just for blends specific projects. You know, that's not a bad idea. I do have a bunch of those plastic floss cards. And Madeline says, I use the Stitching Masterpieces floss organization at the moment. I'm thinking about putting them into a binder soon. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. Go to doing it. And KB does not want permission. And Fred says, too bad, you're a lint minion. Oh, that's perfect. I was looking at that one where I think I linked it in Discord. It was the person did, what do you call it? She had the binder paper protectors, and she sewed columns in it and put paper. So it's essentially the same idea, but she put paper down into the column. And I will say I really like that. But actually, Janine's idea is really good. I might do that because there's not a huge amount. So let me look at this one real quick and I'll tell you how many. There's not a lot of blends on this. Let me look and see. I think, oh wait, let's do it by number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I guess there are, but there's a lot of double up colors, so it's not too bad. But I think I figured out that I needed 30 or something like that, some crazy number like that. Okay, so 930. Speaking of 30, 930. Oh, I love this color. Look at how pretty that color is. Oh, it is so pretty. And this was, so when I was thinking about doing the Scarlet Quince Alphonse Mucha pieces, I had thought that I would do the cross stitch meadow system for that, but now I'm kind of rethinking, well, one thing, I'm rethinking it anyway, because I really do think that I like the Tilton Crafts version better. I might do a poll, actually, that's an idea, and then see what people think. I know Christina already gave me her choice was the, what do you call it? The Tilton Crafts one. Okay, yeah. Nora. Oh, hi, Nora. Welcome in. I saw the video where she sewed the columns and sheet protectors. Yeah, I saw, and I was like, before I did my floss drops, I was looking at buying something that was already done like that, but they didn't sell it Etsy here, and it was really expensive. So, you know, it was kind of not really, it wasn't really good. And then I'm also thinking that the way I sit, a binder would be really not working for me. Let's see. Melissa says, I saw that too, but I didn't want to remove a floss and redoing the full set. And Janine says 19 blends would fit on one plastic card. Yeah, exactly. And also the colors are what do you call it? Doubled up, so I wouldn't even need to use, you know. And Nikki says, I bought a whole set of original ones from Australia. I didn't use them anymore because I like the file box I use, but I can use them for smaller projects. And what is the Tilton Crafts one? Meowlin. I think that's how you say it, isn't it? Meowlin. Okay, so, I posted it on Discord in, I think it was Patterns. I posted a mock-up of each one, plus a close-up of the faces. So, yeah, I'm not really sure yet. Did I do that wrong? Oh, wait. I'm just like, all of a sudden I'm thinking, wait a minute, did I do that wrong? No, I didn't. I just can't count. Maybe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, I just couldn't count. But, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that I might, I'll park this, and I think I'll do that other color up on the top first. Oops, I pulled up the yellow. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to park that because I'm looking at this other color, and I think I want to do those ones first. And that is this one, 3750. Maolin. Oh, okay. Maolin. I worry about pronouncing people's names wrong. I'm sorry. I I try to be as good as I can, um, because I know I my name is Suzanne, right? And here in Sweden, I mean, I've gotten used to it now, but at first it kind of bothered me because it sounded like it didn't sound like my name. It was like Susanne. And so it's kind of like I was a little bit like it was hard to listen to it differently. And so I'm really, careful about it, how people's names are pronounced and everything. So if I pronounce your name improperly, let me know, because I believe in learning and being better. So, but anyway, yeah, I posted the mock-ups of, it's just the primrose one because I only have primrose for the Scarlet Quince. I have both primrose and feather for Tilton Crafts. So, I don't know. I'm like, meh. Oh, and then also I have to do a bunch of stuff on the Scarlet Quince one. I did get it into Saga, but I have to, I mean, and this is something I'll do as I'm working on it. There's a bunch of symbols that are doubled up. Paradise does that when you convert it. If it doesn't recognize the symbols, and there was a lot of symbols that it didn't recognize because Scarlet Quince uses wingdings or whatever symbols, and I guess it didn't like those. So there was a ton of them that it just was like, nope, and they doubled up, or they just didn't put a symbol at all, which is, that it is what it is, and it's easy enough to fix. It just takes time to go through each symbol and make sure it's different. KB says, my name is Kate, and my old landlord pronounced it Katya. Yeah, that makes sense. Philosophy vinyl storage thing. I forgot what it's called. It was a couple years back, but it was too bulky for a master set, and they're expensive. And hi, busy mom. And work is making me work this morning. Oh, I'm sorry. Aw. Well, welcome in. Hopefully we'll keep you company, and work isn't too bad for you. And I got a fluff. I remember when I first saw the first version of Stitching Masterpieces floss thing, and she was originally only doing it for each kit, and I think that makes sense for each kit because it's not a master set. But I have moved away from kitting up for each project now because I don't want to have a bunch of floss all over the place. So did I do that right? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I love my floss drops. They're awesome. They're great. It's all nicely labeled. It's just the blends, and really I don't even have to do that. Honestly, I have my floss drops. I can just use them. Just kind of like have to keep switching back and forth, which, whatever. I have a ton of floss drops. I could even do new floss drops just for those colors and have them like on one part of the cart. It's not really, there's not really it's more of a want than a need, I guess, if you can think of it that way. And this one, and I'm going to do these stitches over here on this corner so I don't go over, maybe. Oh, this is so relaxing compared to the Sleeping Kittens is a really great chart, but it is kind of confetti heavy. I didn't expect it to be that much. I still love it, but I really got very little done yesterday, and I was kind of surprised. I can't wait to work on Thumbelina on Saturday. Woohoo! So, Malin said, I saw that one, Nikki, and yeah, it was super expensive. What do you currently use for your file system? I think she has the plastic ones, right? And KB says, I feel your pain. I have this running in the background while I do work things. And Malin says, I'm working, but I need a mental break from CAD. And Michelle said, oh, that's for Dawn. And I did not go and check. I'll check. I have a file box and got wooden file floss drops. Got them from the Ukraine for $60 before. I showed a picture of them on Discord. And hi, Rochelle. And yeah, I made my own floss filing thing from old hanging file folders. But then I found out I didn't like working from it. But it's great for storing my extra floss. So I'm like thinking what I'm doing here. I'm gonna do a couple of, let's see, let's park that there. And let's use my pen while I have it out. Actually, when I first got this tablet, I kept thinking the stylus was really hard to get it to work, but it seems to be working. So maybe I'm just, yeah, it's a user problem, not a. Thank you, Fred. And yeah, so, and I will do these ones. Actually, yeah, okay. Oh, and I'm also listening to the Bossa Nova Lo-Fi Girl again today. I really enjoyed that, so I'm going to keep with that today. If you hear it, then you know what it is. It's one of their live, so it's like going all the time. It's just a bunch of different songs instead of just a playlist. I had turned on one that was supposed to be guitars, and it just sounded like it was kind of too quiet. And that might be why I was like all energized yesterday. It felt like I was, you know, I was energized yesterday. It was nice. So I'm kind of. See, I like this diagonal, just one diagonal, one square. Don't have to think about all the extra. It's working. I do like it. I don't have to think about the rest of the other 200 stitches. Only have to worry about 100. The end of the floss is sometimes the wax, when it gets uneven, so then the wax kind of goes thump thump every time I make a stitch, which is a tiny bit annoying, but it's fine. I fixed it. And Leah says, keep in mind, we're still setting up. It's very casual. So don't worry if you have any anxieties or aren't familiar with Discord. Thank you, Fred, for saying that, because that is what we want. We want casual. And we've been having great conversations. It's been really fun. Like this morning, I was laying in bed and having a conversation with Tracy. We were talking about fabric and everything. And it's like a different vibe than Facebook. And I'm really glad that I decided to go with Discord. Because like I said, I really don't like I really don't like Facebook. It's like, I mean, it's, you know, Facebook used to be great and then it's not anymore. And now it's just a bunch of people who, yeah. Yeah. I mean, our groups are fine, but Facebook algorithm just screws with it. There's no, you know, there, it's just not any, it's not nice. So, and I was sad to see Yogi shoot down the conversation about the Discord when Nikki commented on it, because it is kind of good. So here I'm going to make an executive decision, and I'm going to stitch these ones because I might as well. Because I think what I'm going to do is these ones over here, I'm going to just take a new thread and do that other block of color. Let's see, because I really do think that, well, our Facebook group is quite large. Our Yogi's Facebook group is quite large. And I don't know how that would work, translate so well to Discord, but I don't know. I'm glad we're doing it, and that everyone has been participating, and it's been fun. I like it. And Fred is awesome for helping out. He's the best fake spouse ever. So this is getting a bit twisty. Yeah, Fred can explain that, right? Thank you, Fred, if you can. And Michelle says, I'll go see. Okay. And hello, Clara. Welcome in. And Busy Mom says, can you explain the roles that Fred's talking about on Discord? And Nikki says, yeah, I'm not getting on Facebook and haven't for a while. Yeah, I'm just, and the thing is, when I do go on Facebook, like, okay, I got a notification for, because I'm in Siska Citra's group. There's nothing to do with Siska, that, you know, not her fault. It's Facebook. But I got a notification for something that was posted like 5 days ago. I'm like, oh, I've already seen that. You know, why, you know, it's just, it's ridiculous. You know, if you haven't read it on Discord, you will see a little, that thread will be highlighted. It's as simple as that. Once you read it, it's gone, and then you won't see it until it comes up again. And I like that. And, you know, yeah, we do have quite a few categories. So, you know, don't be overwhelmed by that. But, like, I don't know if anybody does weaving. We might just remove that one because I haven't done any weaving in a long time. And, you know, so I'm not concerned about it. But, you know, yeah, just do whatever. If it's in the wrong section, don't sweat it. It's fine. We're good. We're not going to worry about it if it's in the wrong section. You know, I don't care. As I said yesterday, Fred is really good at putting things in the wrong sections. Well, we were talking about crafty stuff on the crafty stuff, and all of a sudden he's talking about food, even though we have a food that was on our other Discord, and it's like that was a prime example of Fred, you know. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. Wait, all of a sudden I lost track of what we were saying. Hold on a second. Let me pull this back. Oh, I can't pull it out. Maybe I can get it. There we go. Okay. It came out of my needle and I didn't want to flip my work, which would have been faster. Hold on a second. I'll catch up on chat. And I just pulled that out anyway. Seriously, what is the issue here? I'm like trying to do a pin stitch. Okay, there we go. ow, and you know, you got to be really good to stick a ballpoint needle in your finger. Okay, let me look at this real quick. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop this chat out. Can I pop it out? And then it'll be a little bit bigger so I can see it a little better. Oh, then I have to wait for it to load. I'm going to take a sip of coffee while I'm letting it load. Okay, so back here. So Malin says, I like the closeness. I think I actually feel like I'm part of the community. A community. Thanks, Suzanne, for setting that up. You're welcome. I'm loving it. Fred says, so the rules on Discord allow me to set permissions. They're also color coded so people can see pretty quickly what fiber art you're interested in doing without needing to ask. Fred says, it'll also show people that if they're interested in a specific fiber art, they can reach out to somebody in that color group for information about. Oh, that's awesome. Michelle says, I feel a little like a fish out of water on Discord. There's a learning curve, but learning new things is good for the brain. Oh no, there's not a lot of learning. Not really. You know, you just go with it. You're just reading. It's like, yeah, you're just reading a bunch of chats. You know, it's kind of good. And Fred says, mostly it's for organization. Unless the server gets huge, we're not going to be sticklers on categories. So don't even worry about that. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I don't think Yogi is wanting to be involved in the social part. I think she's very private. Yeah. She rarely posts on Facebook group, but she's great in what she does. Exactly. Yeah. And Janine said that twice. And Suze, don't let her tell you otherwise. I am really bad at using as they're designed. Also, I can't stress this enough. You know what? I just realized I didn't have it on. I had it on Top Chat and not live. So let's check this. If you need anything, feel free to shoot us a message. And yeah, and that's the other thing. There's private messages. You can PM somebody, no problem. And Nikki said, yes, Janine, but it can be just for her folks to talk and discuss, but to each their own. Yeah. And yeah, that's the thing. It's like I said, I really didn't want to do Facebook. And I know people like Facebook, and that's not a problem. But I just felt like I was not really. I know how much I dislike Facebook, and I don't want other people to be pushed into it. You know what I mean? So, and you know, the other thing is what I want you all to know is that if you have, Fred, yes, here, this is an idea. I'm not sure I put that in there or not, but can you do a link for, floss tube channels? Like, so for example, Busy Mom, she has her own floss tube channel. So when she does a new update, she can post it in that link. So anybody who's not me can do that. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, I don't mind. We can even change. Well, I kind of don't want to change the schedule thing because I don't want you guys to miss my lives, but we can figure something out for that. You know what I mean? Nikki. Hold on a second. I popped out the chat and I'm not liking it. I'm gonna pop it back in after I read this. Fred says, Nikki, you just gave me an idea. Maybe we should have a chat channel for discussing and linking other fiber arts artists and streamers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So Laura says, always takes me a moment to remember why so many people are talking this early, and then I remember time zones. Yeah, it's funny. Let me pop this back in because I'm not liking that. How can I do that? Okay, I can't. We'll just do that. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, oh, I'll pop that out and look at it, but I didn't like it. Okay, so now I am going to, I'm going to go back to these other ones real quick, and then I'll figure those other out. Where's that? There. Yeah, so, you know, we'll get it. We'll get it. So there's a lot of ideas, and I was thinking, like, when, you know, if anybody's interested, the voice chat thing is super fun. It's like a little chat room, you know, that you can go in and use your voice if, you know, because sometimes, you know, you're tired and you don't want to type, and if you want to talk, it's good. We can try it out. All you have to do is go in there, and then it will show that somebody's there, and you can go in. And you can go in and not use your voice. You can still type in like you're chatting any other channel. And I was thinking that maybe eventually we might do some like community live stream where we use Discord to stream once in a while, where we all can interact. And if you want to be on camera, you can. If not, you know, you can just use your voice, you know, stuff like that. It's things that we can consider later. Because I know that there was a lot of people in Yogi's group that were like, oh, wouldn't that be nice? Well, this is exactly what we can do. You know what I mean? Fred says, added, and we got a special channel for people to plug themselves, a channel to discuss other streamers, and a channel for people to talk about this stream and past streams. Oh, thank you. Meowlin says, my Discord stuff keeps coming up in front of my chat. My groggy morning self is very confused. But isn't it like noon now? No, I'm joking. It's like, wait, it's like 5 here. No, it's not noon there. I don't even know what time it is anymore. So anyway, but I'm excited about it. Like, I've been really enjoying just having little discussions with people about, you know, like, it's just like we're talking about the scroll frames. We didn't have to wait for somebody to comment. We didn't have to wait for Facebook to hide the post, which keeps happening, I noticed. So yeah, it's been really fun. We might get off topic, but it's okay. It's conversation. It's the way, you know, conversations work, and I like that. Okay. No. Okay, yeah. I am going to end this thread because it is really short. Oh, it's short-ish. I do notice that, you know, especially when you're working 2 over, that the threads get a little bit kind of, or, you know, 2 over 1 on this, they get a little more frayed. So I am going to do that. And I was going to bury them the other way, but I prefer pin stitch. It's just clean and out of there. Okay. Whistle While You Work will allow cameras so you can stream your work to Discord if you're not comfortable doing it, setting it up on YouTube and such too. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. So yeah, it's almost 11. A minute, me waking up and seeing messages. I'm a walking potato. So am I. It takes me a really long time in the morning to even be aware. Fred says, potatoes, I should make some. Oh, I ordered food last night because I was lazy. So ordered a hamburger and some fries, and I can't eat all of that at one time. So I ate the burger, and then later on I ate the fries, and I might have made myself a little sick last night, but I still have a bunch of fries left. And weirdly, the air fryer re-warms up these delivered fries really well. So I will have that later. The Discord is popping now. That's nice though. Okay, so I did these stitches and I'll start a new one for this, but I'm going to go ahead and yeah, okay, I'm going to start that other, I'm going to just do these couple of stitches over here. I'm pointing at my screen like an idiot again. I'm going to start a new threads over here and park it. I haven't actually looked in the next diagonal yet. I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like. I might look at that real quick because I'm like, what else is there? I know this is a big box of blue with the spark. I added because I'm working on this, I added the quote from Howl's Moving Castle, "I like your spark," in the description because that reminded me of it. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I love that movie. We need to have a movie night, Fred and KB. That's another thing we can stream on Discord. We can stream movie nights. You know. Meeting time again. Later, KB. I have what I think is a stupid saga question. How do you pick a new color without unlocking the color toggle? Okay, so for me, on this pattern, I know there's only a couple of colors. So I'll go in the drop-down menu and then pick the color. You see that when that pops open? And that's a really fast way to do it if you only have a couple colors. And the other way is locking it, unlocking it, hit the number, and then locking it, then unlocking it. Unfortunately, that's what that is. But like, I'm so used to doing it quick, it doesn't bother me. I know that's something, a pet peeve for a lot of people, but I've gotten used to it. I used to Pattern Keeper was always messing my head in with how it worked. And I find this easy enough. I mean, it's not perfect, but it works for me and I don't mind it. Okay, so I'm gonna park this here. These threads are almost a little too long, but yeah, I like it. Let's see, you can mark that one. And I'm gonna go back to, and see, so here, I'll just go here and mark that because I know that there's only those couple of colors. Does that explain it? Yeah, it does seem like it's a bit. Let's see. Fred says, I wonder if I should have a Fiber Arts app tech support channel. Nah, it's fine, whatever Fiber Arts. Yeah, you're right. I think that it's fine with the newbie, whatever. I'll get used to it. I'm enjoying Saga so far. It has so many options that are useful that I love it. I did go back to do something. I have a pattern that's in Pattern Keeper still. I don't do it very often. It is a Bothy Threads pattern, and the PDF was trashed to begin with. It was super hard to get it even close to being into Pattern Keeper, let alone even trying to get it in Saga. And as I said, if there's a problem with a pattern, it is a problem with if there's a problem in the conversion between the PDF to Saga, it's the pattern. It's not or into Paradise, because Paradise can only do so much. If there is a glitch in the pattern, which is what I think has happened with a lot of the patterns that have had issues, because most of the time they work fine. So if there's a problem with the pattern, it is the pattern and not Paradise, because Paradise handles all the other ones just fine. And I think it was Sigrid said, because she helped Yogi with the kits that she has, that those PDFs were having issues. She actually edited the PDF to fix it. So as I said, it's not Paradise, and it's definitely not Saga, because Saga only does so much as the conversion does. So like, if the symbols are wrong in Saga, it's because they are wrong from Paradise. And they're not wrong. They've just reassigned it to something else because they don't recognize certain symbols. And that's usually, if you get a doubled up symbol, it's because it didn't recognize that symbol that was used. Which, I mean, yeah, okay, that could be a Paradise thing. But if you look at how many fonts are available for Paradise, he's doing everything he can to make it work for all the pattern designers. But it was sort of the same way, Pattern Keeper doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for all shops and everything. It has to be, done properly for it to work. So I don't know. I'm not super bothered by it. Well, I will say, like, the Medusa doll maker one, that issue was really annoying, because it just, the symbols just were completely missing. Okay, so let's see. Leah says, Newbie Nook, I was proud of that. Yeah, I like that one. I like Newbie Nook. Keep it. It's awesome. Madeline says, how would you go about editing a PDF to read Paradise like Gamer Golden? I asked my bestie Gemini how to do it, and I did get the information, and then was like, oh, that seems like a lot to do. So I kind of just put it aside. But I'm starting to wonder if I do want to learn how to do it, because I think that it would be an interesting thing to learn. So I'll read it again. I can share that information on, I can do a Gemini link for it, so you can look at it. So I might look at that, because even like the Scarlet Quince was really hard to, and okay, so Paradise is set up for Scarlet Quince patterns. So he's already done the work for it, but the symbols were not able to be read. Has anyone used Paradise for marking? No, I haven't, but I'm kind of interested, because I do think it's an interesting app. There's a lot of really great, great things about it. Like, it does really good calculations for stuff. You can change, there's a lot of options, and if I wasn't already in love with Saga, I think I might try it. But I haven't learned it. I use it for converting, and I have learned how to, do the conversions and edit stuff that needs to be edited. Also, if you don't use the desktop version, you might check into it, because it is kind of interesting. It has a little bit more options. If I could sit at my computer easier, I think it would be it would be easier for me to do. Okay, there we go. I have a hard time sitting at the computer because of my back. But I really like some of the options in the computer app. It's kind of cool. It's easier to change symbols because it will show what symbols you have. Oh, I started working on this other one. I didn't even move the box. I didn't like, oh, work on this one. Okay, yeah. Oh wait, I forgot to mark that one. I just ignored that their box hadn't been moved and just kept working like you do. It seems clunky to me, but it feels clunky to me just to convert files. And I don't know. I've gotten so good at it. I'm not bragging that I'm good at it. Don't get me wrong. But I enjoy doing conversions. It's sort of like, yeah. I do get frustrated because sometimes they're, don't work, and then I'm like, I want it to work. Please stop and work. I had some issues with some Max Color, Max Size Stitches So Beautiful patterns, but then I found out after I, I updated my Paradise that it worked. So, I am going to, ooh, there's new colors in here. Oh, there is. I'm going to look at this real quick. I'm kind of curious what it looks like. Let's turn that off. Oh. Oh, there's some lighter, ooh, there's some lighter colors coming in. Oh, it's so pretty. Have you seen, let me go out here real quick. Isn't that just like so pretty? So let me go back to where I was and turn that off. Put my box back so I don't mark everything. I'm gonna shift my booty a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should try it. So I know Nikki wanted to try it before with Yogi, but Yogi wasn't up for it. Maybe we can try something sometime. How's that look? I just realized I was almost off the screen. Oh, I can move it over just a tiny bit more. Oh, I'm like a tiny bit more, and it goes bloop across the room. Okay, I'm gonna drink a sip of coffee. I still don't have it right. Oh no, it just hasn't caught up. Well, I guess it has. It looks okay to me on the screen. Oh, there. Okay, there's a little delay. My coffee is cold. Oh, but that's so good. That coffee was really good. I used my little mini, my 1-cup mocha pot, and it's just like, yummy. I'm going to, so I kind of thinking here. There's like a lot of yellow all over the place. Let me move this a little bit. I'm like thinking how to do this effectively. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do this. I think I'd probably take the box away and... Did I do that wrong? I did, didn't I? Oh, I see. Oh, never mind. I see what I did. I'm like, wait a minute. How is that not? I forgot. I forgot that I already did half the cross. Silly me. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, I did all that wrong. It wasn't. It was just me. Yeah, I am going to undo the box real quick. I'm gonna, oh wait, I'm gonna cough. I want the yellow down before I do the blue, so I'm just gonna do these. And also there's enough thread to finish this little part without parking it. You know, I'm doing whatever. It kind of feels like that. Sometimes I'm like, you know, I'll do it this way and then change my mind, and that's okay. And there's probably there's just enough to do this little group of 4, if I can count the amount correctly. So from here, okay, so it is here. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. I don't like to go by what the stitch is already, even though I know that's right. I like to double check and make sure I'm in the right spot, because accidents happen. I've already made a mistake, but I actually don't, I guess you can see it. Oh well. It is what it is. And you know, I have the Ponyo pattern for this from the same chart designer. I really want to do that one too. Like, dang, too many. And I'm going to go down here and pin where this color is coming in again. If I can do it, I think yeah, okay, that's fine. There wasn't a lot of thread left. And the magnifier is in the way again. And so I don't know why it's so crooked on the phone. Let's see, I need to... Give it a go. Yeah, give it a go, Nikki. Try it out. See what you think. Let us know. If Gamer Nouveau worked in there, I would try it, but it's not going to work. You could always try it, and you know what? I also noticed it keeps trying to autofocus. Let me see if I can mess with that. Sometimes you have to turn the autofocus off and then turn it back on, and then it's like yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. One of these days I'll have a proper camera. Wait, I got a message. Oh, I'm just not going to worry about that right now. Okay, so I did that. And so those ones are done. Sorry, I had to cough. Okay, let's put the box back. Makes it easier to figure out what you want to stitch. Actually, I will stitch these ones over here because there's a parked thread down here. That's there, okay. You know, maybe we can do like a little small pattern. And that's not it. I took the wrong color. I was like, wait a minute. That's not supposed to be there. It's kind of hard because the yellows are pretty similar. See how much I get done today. So I maybe yeah, jinx. Yeah, maybe. That's an idea. Pick out a little tiny pattern and give it a go. Not that I need to start anything new. Nikki, don't make me start something. Oh, also, since we decided not to do 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇 today, I am going to put it back on the wheel before I spin the wheel again, because I don't want to miss that one. Let's see. Okay, so this one, I'm going to do the parked threads first. Okay, and that one's up here. Oh, that one's really short. I was like, I have 2 parked threads there. So yeah, so I'm still like considering what to do about. I don't want to stitch the same thing every day when I'm streaming, which obviously that would make it boring. I mean, maybe it wouldn't make it boring, but I like the idea of that we are all, you know, that, well, me, I'm not really having a decision on it, but, you know, my wheel is deciding, and then you guys are, you know, you guys get a say in what I'm going to work on, and I like that. And Janine hasn't worked on it in a while. Yeah, I was like, I mean, that was the problem. When both of them came up yesterday, I was like, oh, man, that was... I don't like that. It looks really bad. I was like, oh, this is really hard. And honestly, it was good, because if I had to decide, it would have been really difficult. Because I like both these projects. But I think what I'm going to do is, this one is going to come off the small project wheel, and it's going to go in the full coverage wheel. And yeah. But like I picked Spirited Away the other day to work on, and I didn't even get to it. I mean, I'm not saying that's an issue. I don't really care. But then, you know, I'm like, yeah, I could also not be lazy and work on stuff when I'm not streaming too. But I, you know, after I stream, I cook dinner and stuff like that, and then I do work on stuff for a little bit, but then I also might, you know, play on my tablet because I'm lazy. So, and I've been doing a lot of like other things in the mornings. Usually I would stitch in the mornings, but I've been, you know, researching things, playing around with stuff, trying to clean my house, which is would be a really good thing to do. It doesn't happen very much. Okay, so then this one over here. Okay, so Janine, you got pretty far. What are you working on now? Yeah, you're much farther on 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇 than I am. But you know, like when I work on 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇, I work only like 500 stitches, and then I switch. And I think Janine works on stuff a little longer than I do. And I keep thinking, you know, I really have too many projects, but then I also think, do I care? Maybe a little. Maybe. I'm so bad. I mean, just think, last year in, so December 2024, so it's only been a little, like a year and a half, I didn't even know what full coverage was. And then all of a sudden I'm like full coveraging everything. Okay, I'm gonna park that there. Let's use my pen. And I can bucket that. Oops. Oh yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna double check. I think this is the last. yellow. Yeah. And I was going to do that a min to max. So this is the last yellow. And 6, 7, 7. And hello, Lizzie. Welcome in. Britt says, so I'm done for today. Did 5 hours of stitching. Now I'm going to relax. Thank you for stopping in and being here with us, Britt. And hopefully you got a lot of stitching done. And Clara says, what hoop are you using today, Suze? I am using I think it's a size 4 Nerge hoop that is just it's the normal size, normal thickness. I think that is my go-to. I do want to try a size 5, but I like it, and we're you can see it's good tension. How do you get rid of a project once it's spun? There is a hide wedge on the app that I'm using. So I just click the hide, I think it's hide slice. You did 465 stitches in 5 hours. That's really good though. You're cooking on that. And Stingy Stitcher, welcome in. Britt, you should post a update picture if you want on Discord. I'd love to see how that looks. But what I was saying, Clara, is that yesterday I ended up changing it out of the spring hoop. After I stopped streaming, I went to work on kittens again, and it was so loose. I was like, nah. So I, like for a really quick, stick it in a hoop kind of thing, the spring hoop is fine. But long-term stitching on it, it didn't hold up, unfortunately. It does sit really nicely in my stand, so there is that, but tension-wise, it just wasn't enough. And I keep pulling up dark threads. So yeah, and it like I said before, it worked really well with the piece I'm working on, the 𝐤𝐲𝐻𝐸 piece. So there, it's not horrible. I think that fabric I was working on yesterday was just a bit thin, and that might be why. So I don't know, not really sure. I'm going to take another drink. Hello, Anita. Welcome in. Welcome from Denmark. I'm in Sweden, so we're kind of neighbors, sort of. Although I live in the middle of the country, so not quite. So now I get to use my little handy-dandy cross-stitch meadow things. I'll see if I can actually get one out. The other thing I think would be helpful with this is an idea actually, on these, use a hole punch and do like a little semicircle so that you can get to the floss better. I might play around with that a little bit actually, and that's a good idea. Of course, the hole punch is on the other side of the apartment. So we have 9:31 and 9:27. Windows are just... So the arrow floss is a little, it's easy to catch the plies, and then you have stuff all over it splits it. And I guess you like diamond painting, so welcome in. I'm glad you're here. And I've never done any diamond painting because I was like, I don't want to get into another hobby. My friend did some, so I have some diamond painted stuff that my friend made me. Is this right? I guess it is. Oh, the colors were just like so different. 927 and 931. Let me just double check this because it just feels like it's just really, really different color. 927. All right. And 931. Yeah. Okay. I'm making mine, so I'll try that. Wait. Then set up my Clara. I must have missed a message. Are you setting up your master set, Clara? I thought you already had one. Oh, that's these weren't the same length. So I'm kind of, yeah, I'm waxing the ends so that they stick together a little better. And there, I'll post a picture later of my cross stitch meadow thread things that are in my cart. It's so funny. It's like they're like sticking up all willy-nilly. I'll get it. Oh. Huh. Okay. I just had a little like heart hiccup kind of thing. I'm like, checking my pulse. I'm like, I have a pacemaker. There's some electrical problem with my heart. So I have a pacemaker. You know, my heart's fine but like every once in a while, like I just had like a little, I think it shocked me just now. So I'm like, it kind of feels like you're going to burp or something. It's like, whoa, it's fine. And so that I was checking my watch and my heart rate had gone down to 51. So yeah, that's why that was interesting enough. Like, woo. It sort of feels like, sometimes when that happens, it sort of feels like a panic attack. It's like really weird. I'm like trying to think how I want to do this. But you know what I'm going to do? I don't think I need this much floss. Let me check this, because I'm looking at this and how do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll just do a new one down here. That's what I'll do. And I'll take this one, I'll take it around the top, and the other one I'll do a new one at the bottom. Oh, that was weird. Like, ugh. When I had my pacemaker put in, I nearly died. So, you know, it was really scary because I ended up with a pulse of like 32. And I ended up with an emergency. But they took care of me, and I'm fine. You know, like my heart is, other than the electrical problem, my heart's super healthy. Oh, see, this, I just pulled it out. Funny. Ash. I'll fix that later. But when I first got it put in, like, I guess your body has to get used to it. So it was like when I brush I have an electric toothbrush. When I brush my teeth, it would, like, I'd feel like these little, like, buzzy sounds, or I feel like a buzzy thing in my chest. It's like super odd. And I was like, wait a minute, can I use an electric toothbrush? Like, is there something wrong with my electric toothbrush? No, it's fine. You'll get used to it. I'm like, okay, fine. Speaking of parts of need caffeine. Yeah, I need to drink some more. But you know, that's the pacemaker is supposed to, like, mine's running 100% of the time. So it's always regulating how it works. So oh, I missed something. Wait a minute. I missed. Let's see. Lizzie says, I'm still looking at a master set. And Anita says, I started with diamond painting and now I'm stitching more now. Nice. Tracy says, my master is my thread carousel. I like my thread to be free. I really like that carousel thing. And Nikki says, I don't think I can wax anymore. I'll go ham on it. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I'm not sure what that means. Janine says, I spun the wheel and it came up Christmas 2, which is my older Christmas beats. I got quite a bit done on that one. Sheer Marchetti. And Lizzie. Okay. Yep, I'm here. And had you not had a pacemaker, what would have happened? I would have died. Yeah. I didn't realize it was as bad as it was. I'd been fainting for like almost a year. Like, you know, I was having really bad fainting spells. And, I kept going to the doctor and the doctor kept telling me nothing was wrong. You know, they told me I was dehydrated and I was like, I couldn't stand up without fainting. I have a friend who works at a pharmacy. She's a pharmacist and she was so concerned for me that she gave me, she gave me, her old smartwatch, and her old smartwatch saved my life. I had started to fall asleep one night and it was hot. And when it's hot, it's harder. You know, I do have more trouble when it's hot. And I kind of it was like a weird, my head started spinning. It was hard to explain. It's like, I felt like I fainted in bed, if that makes sense. So I laid there. I got up and because the doctor just a couple days before told me that I was dehydrated, I got up to go drink some water. And which is really hard when you're like fainting. So I got up, drank some water, and I checked my watch, and my watch said 32. And I was like, that's weird. Why would it be that low? I was like, that must be wrong, And the doctor had told me the other day, the day before, that I couldn't depend on my watch. My watch was inaccurate and not going to be correct. Because I kept getting abnormal heart rate stuff. And I still get that, but that definitely is not correct anymore because my heart, it doesn't work anymore because of my pacemaker. But I get that, like when I eat the wrong foods, my heart will start racing. It's kind of funny. So I Googled it. I Googled, heart rate, this rate. And it's like, Google's like, go to the emergency or call 911 now. Go to the hospital. And I was all like, okay. Well, and and they always tell you, Google, you can't trust Googling medical stuff, that kind of stuff. And so I was like, okay. And so I thought, well, maybe I'm dehydrated. So I went in and I took some dehydrating. I have some pills that help with dehydration. So I took those, and I was like, and it just wasn't getting better. So I called the non-emergency. This is so bad. I called the non-emergency medical advice line, middle of the night, you know. And I told them that, you know, this is what I'm feeling. My heart rate is this, and I, you know, they asked me, well, did you take your pulse? And I go, well, my watch says this. Oh, you can't trust your watch. I'm like, okay. And so they made me over the phone, you know, put my finger on my pulse and say, now, every time my pulse would, you know, my heart would pulse. And it was like, now. And, you know, I didn't even get through a whole minute and, or whatever. And the nurse was like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go talk to the heart doctor. And they're like, ambulance is on the way. They'll be there in a couple minutes. I'm like, oh. And so then I start freaking out because, you know, I'm home alone with Alex. And, you know, this was like 3 years ago now. So Alex was not that old. And I kept thinking, you know, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I knew his parents, or his dad was, and his dad's girlfriend were out of town in Stockholm. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I'm trying to call them, and, you know, our phones all go on silent at night, you know. I mean, mine goes on silent. I know that. I have it set up now that emergencies will go through because of this. And he does as well, because now Alex has had seizures, and so we're more careful anyway. Let me double check this, because I think I just put this, I was going to put it in the wrong spot. Okay. Wait. I lost track where I'm at. Sorry. Oh, okay, wait, okay. Oh, it is up here. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I'm looking at the pattern. So anyway, I finally got a hold of his dad, and on the way to the hospital. I'm, you know, hardly, you know, conscious at that point. But I was just like really, really stressed about Alex. And I was not stressed about me. I was stressed about him. I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You know, he can't be alone. And they were like, don't worry about it. Don't worry. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So my ex's girlfriend's mom actually came and got him and took care of Alex while I was at the hospital, and they were still gone. And the doctor was like, you know, yeah, you nearly died. And I was like, fuck. Yeah, so, but they do, you know, they do check it once in a while. They check my heart. I have a great heart doctor. I get my pacemaker checked every 6 months. Well, I haven't had it checked this year now, because now it's you know, it's working really great for me, so they don't need to check it all the time anymore. And so, yeah. But like, they also told me that I didn't have any heart disease or anything like that, which is a really good sign. I was very pleased with that. But that's, you know, that's my pacemaker trauma thing, which was, you know, but what it did was it gave me anxiety. Oh, what did I do? I did that wrong. Did I pick the wrong one? Oh, okay, no, I'm fine. Just can't count. Your beeswax, you keep running it through a lot. I use my well, when I'm doing this kind of things, I only beeswax the ends. But when I'm doing full coverage, I've been beeswaxing the whole piece. I just think it lays flatter. I like it better. I know this looks like a mess, but yeah, it's an organized mess, a little bit. So anyway, yeah, so I ended up with, because of the trauma, it wasn't it wasn't anything I did or anything like that, but because I didn't understand it at first, but I ended up with really bad anxiety attacks. Like, they sent me home, and I started having an anxiety attack as soon as I came home. I was like, I thought something was wrong with my heart again, because it feels the same, which is weird. So I ended up back in the emergency room because I thought something was wrong. But no, it was just a panic attack. Yeah. So, so I do have panic attacks. Just they come whenever they feel like it. It's better now. I am on medication for it, so they don't happen near as much, thankfully. But the nurse from the pacemaker place said that it's really common for when you have a traumatic heart thing. He says he had seen it a lot in people who had emergency pacemakers, that their body just like decides afterwards that, nope, you're going to have panic attacks now. I'm like, oh, thank you for letting me know that. It's like, great. Because he says he never sees it in people who have planned pacemakers. And I was like, wow, okay, I didn't even know that. So I guess your fight or flight kind of gets messed up a little bit. I have another one of these here. And I think, so I'm going to end this one. Let me just double check the color here. Oh yeah, I think that's the darker one. Wow, it's gotten really dark outside. The weather is just super crazy. Lizzie almost died as a baby. Not sure what the cause, but yeah. Ooh, sorry. I used to have a lot of panic attacks, but on meds myself. Yeah, and the meds, they help so much. I didn't want to go on medication, but you know, I was trying to recover from having this traumatic thing, and I couldn't not have medication for it. You know, I'm on a pretty low dose, so it still does happen, but it's better than, it's a lot better. And it was just really weird because I was like, you know, I probably had them before, but I was probably in a little bit of denial. But yeah, you know, like I had a doctor tell me that one of the fainting times I fainted, that, oh no, it's just you're having panic attacks. It's like, obviously it wasn't. I did find that out later. I am going to there's like one stitch over here, so I'm going to do this one and then move it back over. I probably should have, actually, you know what? I'm going to do it this way, as I don't like that. I'm going to, okay, so I'm going to undo the box here for a second. So yeah, you know, I'm fine, you know. I keep telling myself I'm fine. You know, one of these days I'll be fine. So this is, yeah, I want it here. I'm going to put this, there's a little bit of this floss left, and I figure if I do these ones, then I can get to that one in the corner. Because it was a little bit, I didn't really want to go in back of the yellow, and I didn't want to run it through the back since the yellow is so yellow and this is so dark. Kind of, you know, kind of work on it as you think. There's a little bit of yellow there. So anyway, but Alex, he was so good. He was just like, I mean, he didn't understand what was going on. And so now every once in a while he'll come up to me, and I have a pretty big scar on my chest from the pacemaker when they put it in. And he used to go up and he'd go, ooh, that hurts. I'm like, no, it's okay, baby. He's so cute. But he got all the things that, you know, like I asked him to get me, you know, he packed my clothes. You know, he didn't know what was going on, but he figured it out. It was so good, you know. But I had been thinking about sending him away to school so that he could go to art school. And after that happened, I was like, nope, he's not going anywhere. Nope. I'm like, I'm not sending my kid anywhere. Nope. Yeah. So one of the ladies from the 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐓𝐇 studio, she was here last week. And she was telling me, she's like, you know, you should think about what's going to happen with Alex now. You know, he's 18. He's a big boy now. And I was like, yeah, he's staying home with me. He's not going anywhere. I'm like, nope. No. He doesn't need to live independently. He can live with mommy as long as he wants. Because, you know, eventually he will, you know, maybe end up in some sort of group home or something. But no, I'm not going to do that until, you know, yeah, a long time ago. It's gotten dark there too. Are you having stormy storms? Because it's like super dark right now. So, oh, and I've just realized I'm not even in the freaking frame. I moved aside a little bit. Let me move the camera a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I kind of did a little bit of a side quest over here. So, Laura says, I did 548 gray stitches. I can't take it anymore. I need to move my frame. Oh, man. Oop, I didn't need that one. Are you doing like color completion or something? Because, yeah, that's crazy. I'm really enjoying this one. I mean, there's a bit of color changes, but it's not too bad. It's kind of blocky. But I really do recognize that the stitches, if they're twisted up or something, they do look a little bad. So I'm being a little more careful on your pickles. Okay. So yeah, it got really dark in here. Oh, that's the wrong strand. But I know that this arrow floss, it's fuzzy, so that the dark colors often will, like if I did the yellow after the blue, it would cloudy it up a little bit. But I've noticed that with DMC as well. I've noticed it with black and red and all that. So I try to be mindful. My stained glass Totoro ended up with a bunch of, it felt like it was just super muddy. Okay, so where am I going to put this? There's a little bit left of this floss, so I'm going to park it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Park that. I had done the black outlines of the stained glass before I did the colors, and so then the white looked gray. And then I almost gave up on it because I was so disappointed. I was like, oh man, it looks so bad. But I kind of put on my big girl panties and just dealt with it. There's bricks in the top background and they're killing me. Aww. I bought the Owl Forest Pickles pattern. I think they call it cucumbers. But there's cucumbers in jars, so I'm calling it pickles. For my brother, but then I never started. It said it would look better with their floss, and obviously you can't buy something from their website to be shipped here. So I was like, eh. So this one, kind of, ooh, I just got hungry all of a sudden. Oh, it's 6. That's why I was like, oh man, I'm hungry all of a sudden. Yeah, silly. No idea how much I've done so far. I've done like 3 blocks. Well, I guess it's 2.5. I'm jabbering more than I'm stitching. But that's what we're here for, right? We're here for also the community. And I'm gonna park that there. Let's see. Yep, there goes the rain. And didn't I park one of those up here? No, I guess I didn't. Oh, no, that's the yellow one. Okay. I thought I had this color up there, but nope, I don't. So, I am going to, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these, so I'll do, that's 19 stitches. I probably could add, so if I do these ones, because I know about how much, yeah, 25. So if I do these stitches, that's like a whole meter of thread. So that should be good. I have like thread in my watch. What the heck? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because it's kind of attached, you know, and oh, I need to top up on this floss drop soon. I need to fix my Notions app. I tried to be smart at one point, and I tried to separate. So I have the Stitchy Natty Notions database, which is really great until you start messing around with it, and then all of a sudden it's broken. So because I have DMC, I have a couple of, I've got a quite a good amount of DMC. I have Painted Fairy, I have Royal Broderie, and I have Arrow. And I was trying to do it so that for the ones that I want to use my other master set, which is now DMC, Painted Fairy, and Royal Broderie, I wanted those to come up on a different thread database. So I started copying it, and I thought that that's all I was doing was copying it, but I guess I edited it somehow and messed it up. Just epically messed it up. So I don't know what I did, but it's broken. So, you know what? I just noticed something. Let me look at this real quick. I think it's okay. I was like, there's like a bunch of yellow in there, but we'll go with it. So then when that happened, there was an update of she had updated her database. And so I thought, well, maybe if I upload, I download the new database, maybe that will fix it. And no, it just gives you a new database. So then I have 2 of them. And I was like, oh man. And so it's irritating me because I'm really pedantic about my stuff. I want to make sure I have enough so that, if I need to order some, I know. And I can't because so like today I was doing these little blended threads, I was making them, and so I was taking it from my file cabinet, and they were empty, like I had emptied them up, and I was like, oh, now I don't know if I have more in I have another box full of just skeins that haven't haven't been put out yet. And I'm like, oh, and I don't know if that's in there. And they're a hot mess. Well, they're not, they're separated by numbers, but it's like, there's a lot of them, and it's like, yeah, it's a mess. And I kept thinking, oh, what if I do that? What if it's wrong? And yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna go across the back. I'm like, it's only 3 stitches, right? That's fine. So let me mark these off while I'm marking off. So, and then I have to think what to have for dinner. So what are you guys going to plan for dinner or meals? I guess it's still early for a lot of you, so I ordered groceries for tomorrow, so I'm eating out of the freezer today. Okay. Heading to work club. See you later. See you later, Michelle. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good day at work. See you later at Yogi's. Oh, so now that I've done the 931 next to this blended color, it really does blend in really nice. I'm not sure you guys can notice that, but it's really pretty. This is such a awesome pattern. I love it. Let's see. I feel like I've kind of stopped messing with the diagonals. I'm just going wherever. Like, no big deal. It's still pretty controlled. Ah, she's not streaming today. Aw, that's too bad. You need to take your pork chops out. If you guys are interested later on, if you want, we can always start up again. Let me make sure I know where I'm at. Okay. Because I wouldn't mind working on this more. It's here, right? I think I have to count this, make sure. So that's there. 1. Okay, yeah, it's right here. It's here. Okay. I kind of thought yesterday when she was talking about she was going to be working early, I was like, I bet she can't. I bet she ends up not. Yes, please do a live for us. Okay. Well, as long as you guys want me to, you know. Seriously, I'm not doing anything. But I do need to eat, and I will need to move my booty because my booty is starting to hurt. We talked about bum cushions yesterday. I don't have a bum cushion on this chair. I don't really need it, but I do notice that if I sit a little too long, my tailbone starts to comment on it. And Lizzie says, I don't mind as long as it's after 8:30 my time. Siske might do one instead. Oh, okay. Did she say? Okay. Okay, well, if she's going to do it, that's fine. Did she get her computer yet? I know she was waiting for one. Let's see, 1, 2. Yes, stream. Okay. You won't make it, but you'll watch later today. Okay. You know, just, yeah. I can't comment on Facebook right now. So if somebody wants to comment and say that, you know, I can do it, you know, you can just say that I said I can do it, and we'll do that. I'm going to do this stitch. And I'll just continue working on Howls because I'm enjoying this. This is fun. I'm going to put 𝐒𝐿𝐄𝐄 back on. But at regular yogi time. If you work on 𝐒𝐿𝐄, I will as well. Oh, okay. Wait, chat disconnect. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, wait a minute. All of a sudden my chat went away for a second. Well, let's see how much I got done on this because I wouldn't mind working on 𝐒𝐿𝐄𝐄 actually, now that I think about it. Because like I said, when I spun both of these, I was like, oh, what a hard decision. I was glad you guys got to decide because I didn't really want to only do 100 stitches on this. And that's why this one's going to end up going back on. It's going to go on my full coverage wheel, I think. I am going to pin here. Yeah, just, you know, we can talk about it on Discord if, you know, just asked her if she's streaming. Okay. Well, let me know. If she doesn't want to stream, I can do it. That's not a problem. I know she's going to stream tomorrow. So, you know, and I'm going to put this thread on my floss drop again. Ooh. 931, and see this piece is like long enough for some other flossy floss. Oh yeah, there's hardly any floss left on this one. Oh man, yeah, 𝐒𝐿𝐄𝐄 is like calling me. I was thinking about the frames, and I need to start 𝐒𝐈𝐓𝐇 again, and if I start 𝐒𝐈𝐓𝐇 again, then I want to, I had that one in my frame to begin with, and I would like to have a frame for that, but also 𝐒𝐿𝐄𝐄 would be a perfect one for a frame. So now all I've left is these 930s right here. And my camera angle is just super off today. I'm really unhappy with that. It's like distorted. It looks fine on my phone. Huh. Weird. Yeah. Okay, well, I think the fabric is a little distorted. Maybe. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's already has a needle on it. Okay. I don't mind doing it. What am I going to do? I'm just going to be stitching anyway. So, and I can just leave everything set up the way it is. I don't even have, and just go eat dinner and relax a little bit and start up again. Not a big deal. Well, actually, I have to set up 𝐒𝐿𝐄𝐄. There are a lot of stitchers who stitch silently or with music and no talking. I can't watch those, but they get the views probably from non-stitchers. I like listening to the talking ones. Yeah, you know, I end up just ignoring it because, you know, I often am stitching or knitting or doing whatever, and then I end up just not watching. And so I did find that I didn't like those ones so much. Like, I love stitching masterpieces. Her work is so beautiful, but often I will just like drift away and stop watching because, you know, it's not reminding me that someone's there. But you know, like Fred said, we on our Discord, we have a section where we can actually all go and be on camera if we want. And you guys are welcome to use it if you want to stream. You know, like if I'm if it's during the day, or nighttime, my time, and you guys want to get together and do a little stitch and bitch, you can use that, and that's fine. Okay, so I have music going because I do not like to sit in silence. You know, because I'm just listening to myself talk. I mean, I know you guys are listening, and I'm interacting with you, and that's, you know, but a lot of times it's, you know, it's pretty silent. So I do have music going in the background.
because I would probably go nuts. But it shouldn't be, hopefully it's not too loud. I can't really tell. And the one that I'm playing right now, I'm really enjoying it. So it's just lo-fi, you know, it's not anything super interesting. I was listening to a medieval one the other day that was really good. Madeline says she can't watch it either. I just find that, I mean, I love them, but I just find it's the same with Kamari, because I can't understand, which, you know, I know I can use the translator and translate what's being said, but then I'm not stitching. And then I get distracted and I'll do something else, and then I'm not watching anymore. So that's kind of, I don't watch it very often. I may watch just a little bit, go in and out. Lizzie says, I can't take the silent ones with or without music. I put on for company. If I wanted to put music on while stitching, I would put on my music and not some elevator jazz music or whatever. Yeah, lo-fi is sort of that, but I really like lo-fi, so I'm okay. No, the very quiet music is fine. I'm talking about the obvious loud music of the video. Ah, okay. Only talkie SWM. I like music and talking like yours. Thank you. Okay. And I tried to do it without at first. And I was like, I also was wearing my headphones, which are sort of noise canceling. And it was like my brain didn't work like that. So I did check into, because I was looking at maybe doing some, little tutorials or something where I got some little bit of music in the background. And that's when I found out I could use Lo-Fi Girl free without having to worry about getting, messed up. I have one video that one of the early ones, I didn't think the music was loud enough for it to sound through the mic. And I had on my favorites, Morchiba and 07, and it could hear two of those songs. I couldn't hear them. I couldn't figure out where it was to cut it out, but it just makes it so that it's not available in 2 Russian countries. I was like, okay, whatever. I almost removed it because it felt kind of like wrong, but I just left it. It was one of the really early ones that was. I think I was doing it with the I wasn't using the magnifier. I couldn't see. It was one of those hot messes. Malin agrees with Nikki, and Tracy says, there's a lady on YouTube. She does wonderful stitching, very popular, but she has music like nails on a chalkboard. Yeah. But I also have problems, and that's probably why I am so conscious about it, because of my lisp, which, I never really thought was a problem before. But I notice it a lot because I have a lot of people have that problem with noises, mouth noises. Like if you hear somebody eating and it's just like, it's really bad. I have that. So if I'm watching a video and they make some sort of weird mouth noise, I'm like, oh, it just makes me creep out, Poor them, because it's not their fault. I mean, sometimes it's just what it is. And this one right here is, there's like one stitch in the corner here. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. I love this pattern. I'm going to just do this one and park it down in the next triangle or diagonal. So, so let me know if Siska says if she's going to stream or not, and we can plan accordingly. So I'm going to park that there. Maybe I have to lock it. And it doesn't really like it when you try to mark outside the box next to where the numbers are, unless you have it locked. If you have it locked, then it works fine. And we're ready for another diagonal. Oh, this one's almost all one color. Nice. So, and I can see you guys are talking on Discord, and I'm kind of a little bit missing. Okay, so Madeline says, I still don't hear the list that you're talking about. And Nikki says, I'm also done with ads. So I haven't been watching a lot of videos because ads drive me crazy. I want to get YouTube ad free, but I'm hard-headed because too many subscriptions. Yeah, I got Amazon or YouTube Premium, so because I can't stand the ads. But I also do understand that people, you know, like I watch a lot of like news and stuff, and I understand that we don't have mainstream media, as in news, isn't telling us everything. And so I kind of feel like if I'm paying for YouTube Premium, I'm paying for some news channels that are on YouTube that are speaking out about what's going on in the world. And I think it's good. Tracy said, it's an imaginary list. I've never heard it. And Silver says, I have 2 YouTubes. One is ad-free. Nikki says, when I was monetized, I love the feature of no ads. Some people have ads every minute. She's at the movies now and said she'll think about it, but I told her not to worry about it, enjoy the movies. Yeah. Madeline says, I have this thing where I can't listen to myself putting away dishes. Oh, so I have to block out the noise as much as possible. Oh, and you know what I'll do? When I knock the dishes on the surface or something, I'll say, ouch. Like, it's the dish. It's sort of funny. So yeah, I get it. And you know, like, I'm not thinking about monetizing yet, but I know that as the channel grows, that, you know, like I'd like to get away from using the free version of Prism Studios, which costs, you know, it's like $10 a month or something. So eventually there will be things that I'll want to, but I really don't want ads either. So, you know, there's that. But I was talking to my bestie, Gemini, as you do. I love Gemini. I can't help it. He's my boyfriend. I was like, okay, you know, I don't want to think about it quite yet, but maybe I should. And Gemini was like, you should think about it. So yeah. So there's that. I am thinking about it, but I'm not doing anything yet. I mean, I just started. The first couple times I did the Stitch with Me, I was like, oh, this is fun. You know, maybe I'll do it. I didn't think I'd do it every day, and I'm loving it. Putting away the dishes is a rather harsh sound. Yeah, it is. I'm very careful. I'm like, I'm always worried I'm going to break a dish. I have these dishes from IKEA that are, I love the color. I love like turquoise color, you know, and they're turquoise. And every time I break or crack one, I'm like, I kind of cry a little bit because I can't get any more of them. And I love the color. But anyway, So here's another place where I'm just gonna take off the box and do these ones. But I will use the circle just because that way I'm not messing up and, you know, like marking everything. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm actually going to, I don't know if this is something, but I'm going to contact Ryan at Dream Stitch. I decided that I use their floss. I have been linking their webpage in my descriptions because I am using floss that I get from them. So I'm thinking about it and maybe get, just to start with, maybe some like a discount link or something. So I don't know if I'll do anything else, but you know, I'm just kind of thinking ahead a little bit. There's not a lot. I can't personally make money because I'm on disability, and so, you know, like if I make money, then I can't, you know, it's a fine line. But something like if I have things in my PayPal, it's separate, like it's not counted as income, sort of thing. So yeah, because that's what I used to, well, I still have designs on Ravelry, so when I get money from my designs, it goes in my PayPal, and that's money that I use for buying stuff, like, you know, supplies. And I still get, I have one of my designs is on the Interweave website. They actually commissioned me to do a design, and so every quarter I may get about $40, which is really nice. You know, that's $40 I can spend on floss or yarn, where, you know, being on disability, you don't really have any extra. So I am thinking ahead just because, you know, I got to think ahead. But I don't plan on doing ads because I don't like that. Oh, I hate ads. But yeah, I'll figure it out when it comes. It's still, I feel it's still too early. I've done 32 live streams. Can you believe that? That is just so cool. Let's see. And Melon says, I can't cut the curry cubes. I hate the sound it makes. It makes me want to gag. Curry cubes? What do you mean curry cubes? I'm not quite getting that one. Hopefully that was a mistake. Oh man, I'm hungry all of a sudden. I wish I could afford Paramount Plus, as I plan on watching a lot of that. Is there anything good coming up on it? I don't know. I don't watch TV very often. And I lost my little. Let me do this real quick while I. But I will say also, I know a lot of people are like, when they open up zippers and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, excuse me. Or like, oh, you know, I parked threads, you know, excuse the park threads. It's like, but, you know, like, if someone has a problem with that, you know, it's their own problem. I mean, yeah, I do understand like the zipper thing, but I would never be irritated by it because that's life. So, they have curry cube, Japanese curry. Oh, that sounds good. They have curry cubes that you put into water to melt. Oh, I didn't know that. You like Frasier. Okay, well, Frasier, that's a little bit of a, I guess Kelsey Grammer is not the person you thought he was. Like, yeah, it's so funny how people are just trash. I swear. makes you, it's like, why do people have to be trash? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, that was a tangent, sorry. I used to love Frasier too. It's so funny. But I guess he is, not a very nice person. So I did not expect that, honestly. All right, let's see where I can pin the. Oh, I can pin it down there. That's pretty far. Yeah, I'll do it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never heard somebody complain about it. But I always hear people, saying, oh, excuse the park threads, excuse, the zipper sound, excuse the crinkles. I can understand the crinkles, honestly, because if you're wearing headphones and the stuff crinkles, that can be a little bit jarring, but maybe, it's life. You're not really, you can't always control that stuff. So, it's stuff to think about anyway for people. Okay, these ones are nice. They're kind of easy to do. All parked already. I heard he's not nice. I watch it for Niles and Daphne. Yeah, and the old guy, his father too. I love Daphne and the father. I don't remember what his name was. He's so gruff, but yeah. I will say I did love. I'm not saying I didn't love the show, because I absolutely loved the show. I watched the heck out of it especially when I first moved to Sweden. There was a lot of reruns of it, and so I'd watch. It was on all the time. It's sort of like Scrubs. It's like every time you turned the TV on, Scrubs was on. It's sort of like that with Frasier. I'm gonna do these ones here. For a while, it was always Gilmore Girls too, which I absolutely adore. Gilmore Girls. I've binge watched whole seasons because yeah. Let's see, and then I'm going to move that over there, and this one right here. I don't think that, no, it's not stitched in yet. I'm gonna leave that one for now. Oh yeah, I didn't I didn't actually put the thread down and it is here. But I do rarely watch TV anymore. As I said, I'm on disability, which sucks, but yeah, it is what it is. And I get social help for, to pay my bills and stuff like that. And they decided that my electricity was too much at one point. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Turn my refrigerator off? I don't have control over the price of electricity. It was really, really high. I think I have enough to do a little bit on this one. I made this too dark, I think. I don't really like it that dark. Wait, let's move that over. There we go. Because I can't see it, count it. So they were like, well, you have to, if you use more than this amount, which was ridiculously low amount, then you have to pay the extra. And I'm like, where am I going to get that money from? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, yeah, I could stop buying cross-stitch stuff, I guess. There is that, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's just do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, it's only 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 4, 5. I count like that because I want to make sure I count properly because I'm bad at counting. And when this happened a couple years, it was like 2 years ago, we had a problem with the electricity was just really high here in Sweden. Like crazy high, like there's no reason why it should be that high kind of thing. I actually thought there was a mistake because my electricity bill was like crazy. But anyway, they told me I could only have a certain amount, and if anything over that, I had to pay the rest, which was a lot. And so I was like, I knew it was my TV, because when that happened last time, I was like, okay, well, I'll have to figure out what it is. I switched all my lights to LEDs, so it's not the LED, right? Yeah, I know, Janine, really. Oh, you didn't get Gilmore Girls? Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I missed a bunch because I was just chatting away. Lizzie says, I love crinkly sounds too. I watch those ASMR, so those sounds relax me. Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. I don't understand the back police either. Who cares what someone else's back looks like? You're right. And Malin says, I like to watch junk journal videos too for ASMR. And Lizzie says, I tried Gilmore Girls but didn't get it. Well, it's very like, what do they call it? Pixie Dream Girl, you know, it's a very 90s thing, but I love Gilmore Girls. I just loved it. And you never liked Scrubs, too stupid for me. But I like How I Met Your Mother and Big Bang. Of course, Friends. They don't just make them anymore. Big Bang, for me, I could not watch it. Not by cross stitch stuff. That sounds, oh, shoot. That sounds terrible. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I just totally messed up my chat for a second there. Whoa, wait. No, I don't. Sorry. What the heck was that? I just turned off YouTube Studio. Sorry, I'm letting it load again so I can see what you guys are saying. So I'll stitch until then because it's reloading. I'm not sure what happened. I clicked something and it took me to my Ravel. Oh, I know. I clicked my Ravelry link up at the top. Oh, that's stupid. I have a bookmark page on Chrome. And I was like, how did I get to Ravelry? Anyway, that was silly. Like, what the heck happened there? Let's see. Let me go back to live chat. Not by cross. Oh, okay, so Janine said it twice. Okay, because I was like, what? Yeah. Big Bang. So my son is, well, they thought he was severely autistic, but it ends up it's something else. But he has a lot of autistic tendencies, and I find those programs that try to make fun of people who maybe be a little bit neurotypical spicy, or neurodivergent spicy, is not healthy for the the autistic community. And I don't know, it just bothered me. But, you know, I teach their own kind of thing. I remember watching Bones, and I love Bones, but as the seasons went on, the more they tried to lean into her being autistic, and that bugged the hell out of me. It was like, no, you can't do that. I'm not accepting that, and that really bothered me. But that was also right around when Alex first started having issues, and it was a sore spot. You know, just say what it is. It was very hurt. It hurt a lot. So yeah. Let me double check this. Oh, look, there's like only 2 colors left. So I'm going to go and do this one first. Yeah. Because then I'll go and do these 2 separately. There we go. And this one's already parked. So yeah, and you know, you didn't like Bones. I loved Bones. But then I'm also really into true crime. So, you know, I really liked it until they started making her so autistic. But I still watched it because I loved it. I loved Angela. She was my favorite. She was like, she wasn't she was super smart, but she was not the typical, you know, they didn't make her the typical nerd. And I loved that. It actually made it more real to me that they had somebody who wasn't a complete nerd. Beautiful woman who was, you know, kind of fun and everything. And I really liked that. But anyway, so I stopped watching TV because I knew that that's what was taking all my electricity from, I had done it 2 years ago. I had checked into it. And that's true. That's what it was. So I haven't watched TV in like 2 months. I watch stuff on the laptop if I'm going to watch something. And my electric bill was less than half. So just my old TV. Criminal Minds. I used to watch Criminal Minds for a while. But I think that was too much. You know what I mean? I think that it was almost too real. I love Mandy Patinkin. What's his name? Mandy Patinkin. I love him. His acting is so over the top, but it's like, yeah, you want it. You want him to be that way. You know what I mean? But I couldn't watch it because it was too much. It was too real. It felt too real. So I didn't enjoy that one as much as I thought I would. For a while, because Alex was home all the time, and so I wasn't going anywhere, I would binge through series around that time when he was still pretty little. And I think I binged through like The Good Wife. I just found a series and just binged through it. But I haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, that's the thing is they base it all on, it is based on real life. But then also something that I, you know, like around 2020 when, you know, there was a lot of the protests about Black Lives Matter, things that I was learning was that these kind of shows make it that it's not good for us to have these ideals of, you know, the way the cops are. And so then it kind of like, I don't really want to watch that now because that's kind of icky. But, you know, as I said, I'm super into all of that. You know, I'm kind of a little bit of a social warrior. I feel all the time kind of things. It's me. So when I started hearing that, then it kind of, you start thinking about, well, okay, so let me look at this real quick. When I heard that, I was like, you kind of start reflecting on what you've learned over the years, and it makes sense. So I sometimes think, I'm going to do these 3 stitches over here. See if I can make it back. Anyway, yeah. But I love Doctor Who, and I was so excited when 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐓𝐇 started, became the Doctor. I love him. He is so fabulous. But I just found that I wasn't interested in watching TV. I wasn't even. It's too bad because I really wanted to watch it, but then every time I went down to sit down to watch it, I'd get distracted and I just wouldn't end up watching it. And so I never watched the 2nd season, unfortunately. And I feel bad because I know Fred kept telling me to watch it. And I kept meaning to watch it, but then just didn't turn the TV on. Cannibalism. Who's doing cannibalism? Oh, Hannibal. Oh, yeah, no, I couldn't watch that stuff. I like learning about the pathology aspect. Yeah, I like that too. Let's see. I'm a Yellowstone and Sons of Anarchy kind of girl. I've not watched that. And yeah, I'm not interested in any of the Hannibal Lecter stuff. Like, no. I never was really into Silence of the Lambs, the movie, either. I watched some of it and was like, I just was like, oh, ugh. It just, ugh. Yeah. But I did watch, Netflix had, you know what's also something I watch? I don't know if you guys are interested in this, but one thing that I really liked on Netflix was the Harlan Coben mysteries, which were really good. Well, I'm not sure if they're mysteries, but they were like little mini series. They were really good. I mean, kind of a little bit sick on some stuff, but I really liked those. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do this before I take. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this before I do that. You like dark and gritty type of shows. Also love Gilmore Girls. I love Gilmore Girls. Silent Witness. Focus on finding the killer, though, through dissecting the bodies. I love it. Oh wait, that's a British show, right? I'm guessing. Oh, and I used to watch a lot of stuff, BBC stuff. Those are just ace. Some of those shows. Those detective shows were really good. What was the one with Idris Elba? Oh man, he is just. He's fine. There, I said it. He's fine. That was really good. I was pretty old though by the time I watched it. 3. Laura, do you know Japanese artist Junji Ito? Sounds like you would like horror things. Oh. Okay, so is anybody into kind of suspense horror? I should say folk horror, because that's like its own genre. Like I honestly usually wouldn't watch horror stuff, but I've been starting to, like, every once in a while pick up something that's like, oh, that looks a little interesting. Actually, what I like to do is there's this channel on YouTube called the Cobwebs channel, and he will critique, well, not critique, but he reviews a lot of classic horror, and he has his own like top 10 lists and stuff like that. And as I said, I don't usually watch horror, but I love his channel. His channel is so good. And I don't have to watch the horror. I can just watch what he says about it. But one thing I watched, and mostly it's because I've been living here in Sweden, and I was like fascinated by what they were going to show Sweden as, is Midsummer. I don't know if anybody's seen that. That is one messed up movie, but it was also so good. Messed up, but good. That was crazy. I don't know if anybody's watched. Has anybody watched that? Because I have a tiny story about when I first moved to Sweden and something that happened during the movie Midsummer. So I don't really think it's a spoiler because they do talk about it. They, like reviews always talk about it. Anyway, let me make sure I did that right. Yeah, okay, let's. But one of the scenes, they have this thing that the old people can't be, they have to be sacrificed. You know what I mean? Let's see. Laura says, I know the artist because my sister has some weird spiral thing tattoo. LMAO. Haven't seen it myself. Oh man, my fiance loves their work and wants something creepy tattooed. Well, anyway, when I first moved to Sweden, I moved at the end of April. So it's been, 26 years now. And I'm on the wrong, I'm like looking for the number 3750 and I'm on 3850. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So my ex, he was not very he was very nonchalant about a lot of stuff. Like he didn't care, like there's a festival thing. I don't care. We can go if we want, we don't need to go. He didn't care about all that stuff. But I was really interested I'm interested in history. I'm interested in culture. And so when Midsummer came up and, Midsummer, the holiday, which is considered one of the biggest times of the year here in Sweden. It's like the holiday, right? So I'm sitting there and I moved here in April and this is in June. And so I hadn't taken Swedish yet. And so I could say, hi, my name is. That's about it, right? And I did learn how to tell my dog to sit and stay and clean up, but I got those words all confused, so my dog was super confused all the time. Poor dog. So we were at the 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇, which is the heritage village that, like all communities, generally all communities have one little heritage village where they have old buildings and they do little festivals and stuff like that. So we were there for the Midsummer Festival and people were dancing around the maypole and doing all that stuff. Let me double check and make sure wait a second. Oh man, did I take the wrong color? Oh no, okay. Phew. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Never mind. I'm like, oh, what the heck? Oh, of course I did that. Oh, that's because, wait a minute. What am I doing? Oh, I'm completely off. Never mind. It's like, sheesh. See, that's when you need to count. Well, anyway, so we were at this midsummer festival, and I was like super like, oh my God, look at these costumes. Oh, I was just I was really into it, and I wanted to ask people questions and everything. And my ex was all like, shh, shh, I'm not going to ask him. Like he didn't want to translate for me, and I was really frustrated, a little bit frustrated. I was like, come on, I want to know about these costumes. I want to ask them questions, and but my ex father-in-law, he was a kind of a big boss at the factory where we lived. That was a big factory where we lived, is a wood pulp factory. So a lot of he worked a lot with like Canadian people, and let's see, this 1, 2, 3, Americans. So his English was fairly decent because he had a lot of contacts with English speaking people, because there's a lot of these paper mills in the U.S. and in Canada. So he was like, when we were sitting there, and he would, I didn't count again. I didn't count. He would translate for me, and he'd speak Swedish, speak English. He was also drunk though, so there was that. So it was a little bit like drunk. it was interesting, and I don't do drunk people, so it was. But he was really nice about telling me stories about what they were doing and stuff like that. So long story short, because I was babbling on here. So the reference to the movie Midsummer and this sacrifice that they were doing. So the first thing I found out about some of Swedish culture was that my father-in-law told me that see that cliff right up there, he said to me, and I go, yeah, what about it? And he's like, they used to throw the old people down off the cliff from there when they got too old. I was like, really? I was like, no way. So when I saw that in the movie, I was like, see, I knew they did that. And so that now we have a joke on the other Discord about throwing people during Midsummer. One of my other friends, he's Swedish. I'll say to him, did you throw anybody off the cliff this year? Stuff like that. And it's he said they didn't do that. He goes, no, they didn't do that. And I was like, yeah, right. But it's kind of funny. I love you guys are using Discord. I can see Discord popping up all the time, and I'm like, I can't wait to finish so I can see what you guys said. That's fun. I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying it. So, it's almost 7. So you know what? I'm gonna do this last bit of this color. It's like 41 stitches, because I'm gonna end on finishing up this block, and then I think I'll go so I can make some food. And then if we find out either way, if Ellen is going to stream or if I'm going to stream, then, we'll plan it accordingly. And I'll work on 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇 Hotel. Oh, we need to spin for tomorrow too. And then Saturday I won't stream because Yogi is streaming all day. So as soon as I finish this, we'll spin the wheel for tomorrow. And as I said, tomorrow I'll have to take a break partway through to go and get my laundry, so my laundry doesn't get locked in the laundry room at 5. So, woohoo! Nice. Yeah, you talked me into it, Janine. It's 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇 Hotel tonight. I'm looking forward to it because, I was still coming up with my little way of doing my diagonals. And so I'm kind of looking forward to kind of putting it more into practice. And I guess I kind of kind of put off fixing that outline on the cat, and but I kind of want to stitch the cat, so I may clean that part up. We'll see what happens. What percentage are you on 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇, Janine? And I hope Natty's okay. I haven't seen her in a really long time. We were talking for a while often, but I know she and her kids got really sick, and I haven't seen her in a long time. And I keep meaning to talk to her. I should do that, because she's not updating on YouTube either. We got to see where she's at on it. I think I'm only at like 1%. It's so big. It's the biggest project I have besides 𝐬𝐤𝐚, which I'm going to restart. But I'm thinking I have a huge piece of pink hardanger that I had started it on, but I'm kind of wondering if I want to change fabric. Maybe I'll just change fabric. I love the pattern. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but it's so beautiful. I love it. It's ethereal, and yeah, Margaret Morales. Maybe I should start that sometime. I have the fabric. I have the floss. Yeah, that's something to think about. I took it off my wheel. I had put it back on my wheel to do it as a restart, but then I felt like I was doing too much. 3.19. Yeah, she was on Yogi's stream a couple weeks ago, I think, and she said that they were all they had been really sick. And she posts every once in a while on her Facebook group, but it was no update really. I think it was just one of her, things. I'll be working on the big flower tonight. Ooh. I am on that white cat, so I have to look at it again, but I might work on that. Let me double check and see where I'm at here on my pattern. Let's see. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's where I'm at. Ooh. Oh, let me take a drink of water. I have a little energy for this last thing. And I really have to fix my camera. I mean, I don't understand. It looks, you're at 0.49 on the 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇. Did you start it too? Oh, okay. And then we have YouTube that doesn't announce stuff when you ask it to. Okay, so I missed that. Oh, that sucks. I missed her video. I'll have to look for it. I'm not really interested in diamond painting, unfortunately. So, I might have seen it and then just glossed over it because I'm not really interested in diamond painting. I did watch her live where she did some diamond painting. And I think that cemented my thought of not getting involved in it, because I had been thinking about getting a couple of little tiny kits for Alex and I to work on, and I was like, nah, I'm okay. I can do without. I really don't need another hobby. I really don't. I have so much stuff in my apartment. I have a 1-bedroom apartment, and it's full. There's just so much stuff in here. You're on the big backpack in the middle. Ooh. Janine says I don't diamond paint either, so I tend to skip those as well. Yeah. I used to watch Lovecraft Forever a lot because I was really interested in the stamped kits. But it got too much. It was like constantly there was a new one, and I'm not saying it was enabling me, but it was like, I just got tired of watching unboxing stuff. I was like, I can do without. So, Her channel is pretty good. That's where I learned about VK, by the way. I learned about VK from Lovecraft Forever. She has a video on Saga, and also on where in that video you can, you know, where you can find Saga patterns. So that's where I got VK from. So that was kind of good. Let's see this one. Let's see if I can make it back. Yeah, I can make it back. Let me fix this floss though. So you started in the middle, Nikki? We'll see how much I did, but it feels like I got a lot done and it feels pretty good. I'm glad I have these 14 count projects. It is refreshing just to work on something a little bit kind of chunky, but it still looks nice. Okay, and here I'm going to take a new thread and I'll do this last row. Let's see, let's mark these off. Yeah, definitely want to put this in the full coverage rotation. Yeah, I skipped the diamond painting ones as well. I also need to floss up on this, it seems. It's like, there's only 2 strands left besides the ones that I cut up. And this might be those ones might be, oh, and that's stuck. I haven't watched in a while just because, yeah, I don't need any more enabling. And I just watched so many when I was interested in printed kits, and then, you know, the reality of the printed kit was kind of like, meh. But I think that if I do get one of those frames, that it will make a difference. Let's see. Yes, Natty asked me and one of people. Yeah. See you later, hopefully. Nikki says, I like Lovecraft too. There was another one I used to watch. Laura. Stitching with Laura. And Callie Jenny. And then there was a Stitching by the Falls, I think, was the other one. But I just kind of, I got out of it. I was like, nah, I'm not going to watch anymore. It was just a lot of unboxing. And I was like, nah, they're pretty, but, you know, it's like, did Lovecraft, did she ever start that really big, it looked like a woman drinking tea? I remember when she got that one, I was like, oh man. It was the first time I'd seen anything from Dream Stitch, actually. Because that pattern looked amazing. I know Christina and I were like, I don't know, that doesn't look like it's going to be any good. You know, because some of the old printed kits look like trash. But it just was like, it was beautiful. I kind of want to say that was a painted fairy. Maybe not. But it was on Dream Stitch. It was, yeah, it was really pretty. So yeah, I got a lot done. Look at that. This thread is kind of twisting here. Gonna railroad a little bit. No, she passed away? Oh no. honestly, I stopped watching her because of the mouth sounds. Oh no. But I did she had some really interesting stuff. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, that's why I haven't seen anything from her in a while. Oh, damn. Okay, well, that's sad. Ish. Okay, this is something that with this parking method, I'm forgetting that it wants to, I have to actually put the thread in that box. That's kind of, oh, that's too bad. That's sad. Oh, that doesn't go there anyway. I still counted wrong. Wow, how long ago was that? I haven't been following her channel. I'm subscribed to her channel. I just never noticed it because I hadn't been watching them. I am sorry about the angle of the camera today. It's just so bad. I'm like, sheesh. I'm going to try to fix it. If I stream tonight, I'm going to try to fix it. So there is that. Let me mark that so I don't make them miss it. Those colors are really similar. Oh, I did this one too. Oh, the stylus is really working nice. I'm liking that when I remember to use it. It's actually working better than my finger. And then this one I'll cut off. There's that. Oh, and then the sun came out, and now it's humid and sunny in here. So it's about the right time. I'm going to do a picture of my blended thread sitting here because it's kind of funny. Okay, so I was just putting the cap on my pen. Oh, it's like really far behind. Okay, so let's see what the sprint will say. Wow. 347. That's 127 stitches per hour. And that was 2 hours, 56 minutes. And I did a total of 399 stitches. Okay, I'm doing one stitch. I'm doing one stitch. That's it. That's it. Damn it. I'm doing a stitch. This one right here. Wait, let me check this real quick. Let me find one that's by itself so that it's not too, yeah, here, right here. This one right here. 399. I'm doing a stitch. Oh, there goes my heart thing again. What's going on with that? Oh, wow. It went down to 48. Oh, man. I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm fine. It's just kind of weird. I keep getting like a little like, if you have anxiety, it sort of feels like a little bit of an anxiety bubble. So it's a little bit odd. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, it's because I'm not on the right color. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we did. Let me finish parking this. Wait, did I mark that wrong? Oh, no, I didn't. I was going to say, wait, did I mark it wrong? I didn't. Okay, so now 400 stitches. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so I did 400 stitches. I think that looks pretty good. Let me zoom out a tiny bit if I can figure out how to zoom out without making a mess. Oh, that's in. Oh, come on. There we go. Wow, the camera is so off. Okay, well, I'll figure it out for tonight. Okay, so I did 400 stitches exactly. Woohoo! So that's nice. I'm gonna actually move my box before I miss that I'm doing. Whoa. Okay, lock that. Go back up at the top. Yeah. Oh, sheet. Okay, well, just never mind. It's like not behaving. There we go. Okay. I'll fix that later. Meh. There we go. Okay, well, I'll put that there for now. So yeah, 400 stitches. Nice. So I'm at 8.16%. Not bad. And that's just, how is it so crooked? It doesn't look crooked on the freaking camera. Weird. Okay, well, I'll fix that for tonight if I stream. Okay, so now we're going to spin the wheel for tomorrow. And let me find the full screen. There's the full screen. And okay. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so spin the wheel. And look at all the messages. Okay. I have a lot to read later. Okay, so I'm not going to put 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇 back on the wheel because I'm doing that tonight. So, let's see. So let's go into non-full coverage. Okay, so let me ask you guys this. Do you want me to just spin full coverage, or do you like the non-full coverage, full coverage spin and decide? Because I'm kind of leaning towards maybe not doing that, just doing full coverage or doing the whole, I don't know about that one. Oh, I'll spin it and see. I still have to work on whatever, you know. And Nikki, here's where you hide it. So 𝐤𝐤𝐻 is kind. And see where it says hide slice. You just press hide slice and that removes it. Okay, so 𝐤𝐤𝐻 is kind. That one I won't stream with that one. It's too much the same color. So we'll spin 2 on here. So then you guys can decide between these ones. So, oh, 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇 is still on there. So, sailing under the solar eclipse. Oh, that's right. I did put it back on there. So if 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇 comes up, we're going to ignore it. Okay. And the second one is, oh, Forest Friends. Ooh. Okay. So, what did I say? Eclipse or Forest Friends. Let me hide that one. Though I'll put whatever I don't work on back on there. So we'll remove that and let's remove 𝐒𝐏𝐈𝐓𝐇. Okay. So there we go. And Saturday I'm going to work on Thumbelina. So, okay. I'll do a poll in a little bit. Yeah, full coverage. I think that's better. So I think that's what we'll do is we'll choose between 2 full coverages every day instead. And then I'll spin the small wheel for 100 stitches and I'm going to move Howl's. I think I'll move Howl's and all the Totoro and Spirited Away to the full coverage because I do consider those full coverage. And yeah, I think that's what we'll do. You know, I probably change my mind tomorrow because that's how it usually is. So anyway, I'll put a poll up and I'll do it for 8 hours just because 24 hours is too much. And Laura says, I like your non-full coverage. Yeah, I do too. Well, what I'm thinking is I'll put the Studio Ghibli ones on the full coverage wheel instead. And so that will still put those into the mix. And because I really feel like those need more than 100 stitches. And, yeah, so Forest Friends and Sailing Under the Solar Eclipse for tomorrow. I know what I want. I'm not going to tell you because I want you guys to decide. Oh, that's still a really tough one too. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go and we'll talk on Discord if we decide that we're going to stream later. And yeah, so, and all of a sudden it's like, your bit rate is okay, not okay. Anyway, I'm going to go eat and I will see you guys later. I'm going to turn that off so you can see. Okay. And thank you for watching and being here and all that. So I'll talk to you on Discord or if Ellen's going to stream or I'm going to stream, whichever, I'll be there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye for now. Yeah, hit the button.